Ready when you're ready. Bro, the thumbnail is tough, but you have late kickoff in a really face. You hear me? Hold on. Yeah, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Welcome to the first time streamers on the late night kickoff. You don't know King X Dan, King X Nick. Yeah, King. You don't know it finally is here. Finally there. Drop the new show upon them late night kickoff where we will keep all of the bedtime stories alive. Same way, you understand? But I mean, how you doing, man? You know, we're going in at the 876 in the Saturday night. Bless up yourself, you know, my bro. Bless up to everybody out there in the YouTube world. You don't know. Saturday night, late night kickoff. This has been a thing in the making, my bro. You see me in the Media House, X-Ball Pre-TV, connecting up people. Want to get used to this right now because I like to think it's two great football minds connecting up. You see me? We're going to run the show. We're going to talk about a few things. Saturday night. It's calm and easy Saturday night out here in the 876, you know. Calm and easy Saturday night. You see me? That me know I beat next door. Music I play. You know the thing already. At Jamaica. The vibes is right, my bro. Seems like you closed down and pinned down real tight in terms of the house, the windows, the doors, because I can't even hear a noise outside. Yeah, so hear them, man. Wait till a man play a bad shot, you can hear. Damn, you know, table flip upside down. But yeah, people, you know, as you're tuning in, man, you remember streaming on the Carter Media House, you don't know. This is something that's going to be here every weekend. Next week is on Ball Pre-TV. But yeah, few rounds making, you know, with the Reggae Boy players. I don't know, Leon Chippy Bailey is making that high wave in Europe at this moment. I mean, before we get into the discussion, you know, when you heard about the Roma deal, like, seems like you make it seems like you proud again to be a Jamaican. Yeah, most definitely, because remember we grew up at watch Syria, you know, most of us would have grown up at watch Syria, because Syria would have been one of the league them actually a company. A CVM used to company, though. I think a CVM, because I don't think a TVJ. But yeah, we grew up a lot of Syria football. So growing up and watching Syria, AS Roma, you don't know, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus, those are the real big teams over there in Syria. And to know that Leon Chippy Bailey again have one more chance to go to a real big team, that, in my opinion, can challenge for the Scudetto.
because we can talk about it. And I think Gasperini, remember now, Gasperini, a lot of people had Gasperini. I was hoping that Gasperini would have really put up a good challenge last season, you know. So can he use this Roma team and really go one step further? Just
Yeah,
imagine if Liam Bailey bring Roma to the Scudetto.
to the Scudetto.
Come on, man. Come on.
That will be, that will be such a remarkable job. You understand? But I mean, when I heard about the news, on first hands about, Dylan Bailey link with Roma, the first thing came to my mind, is Francesco Tatti. And I just remember, growing up watching Serie A and Gold TV, watching La Liga and Gold TV. Don't know if you remember Gold TV, but
Yeah.
that was one of the channels that used to bring a lot of, European leagues outside of, the EPL. So I mean, one time, probably a decade and a half ago, look, the Serie A once was like the biggest league when Jose Mourinho was over there. I think Inter Milan was the last team to win, a treble, winning the European competition, the Coppa Italia and the Scudetto. But again, the people, as everyone is checking in, welcome, to the late night kickoff, the show that keep all the bedtime stories still alive up here in the Saturday weekend. You understand? But big up to Sylvester, within in a comment, you understand, big up yourselves, someone that been always tuning, to the Nicaragua Media's platform as well. And Leon Bailey, Mark Nation, Leon Bailey going to Roma. That deal will happen in few days in terms of the confirmation from here we go. You understand? So big up yourself, Johnny Powell, big up, big up, big up. Yeah, so King, we can't get away from the story about Leon Chippy Bailey, moving to AS Roma, man. A loan deal. Hopefully this could be a successful deal, but many Reggae Boys fans, might agree with me that this will be Leon Bailey's last real big chance at a top European club.
Yeah, most definitely. So, but the thing is, when me really, as I said, me really focus on was the fact that I don't know if it was me alone, but did you have Atalanta to really challenge last season? I was just me and a pipe dream. I don't know if I just me alone that dream, because remember, Lookman, in my opinion, Lookman was literally has been one of the best players for the last, I would say,
Yeah,
2 to 3 seasons in Syria, right? So I really wanted Atalanta to get it over the line last season. They didn't. Was this a Napoli win the Scudetto last season, right?
yeah,
So looking at it, I'm like, yo, Gasperini could have really, well, he falls short of taking them to the Scudetto. Now, me and you and everybody know and accept that Roma is a much bigger team. Now, a lot of
yeah,
people might think that it's a step back. I would not look at it as a step back, because would you say Aston Villa or Roma are the bigger team? I could talk about that. What a bigger team?
no, in their own respectively, Roma is the biggest club, to be honest. When you're talking about, it's such a prestige club. It's the biggest club in Rome. It's such a fantastic club. They have a rich history. A lot of Aston Villa, especially even AS Roma, a lot of their successful year would have way back in the time. But I do feel like Roma is a more top team, in their respectful league than Aston Villa. And they're looking at the transfer market, it says a lot. They seems that they have a bigger budget, to work around with, and look at the managers that they attract at that football club. Look at the players that they attracted over the years. So AS Roma is such a huge club in Italy, especially in Rome as well.
Yeah, but is it true? All right, so the mere fact that we are Jamaicans, I think more Jamaicans watch English Premier League more than the Syria, right? Because I guess based on the English, the fact that we speak English and stuff. So I think most people that say, yo, moving to the English Premier League, I think if you ask most people, them that probably want barely stay in the league. But
Mm-hmm.
then this are the move will materialize. And I'm looking at it in a very positive light, bro. Because when we look at Roma, as I said, in my opinion, Roma are the bigger club. In
Yeah.
most people opinion, English Premier League are the bigger league.
Yeah.
So you have the bigger league, but you have the bigger club. And then
Yeah.
again now, coupled with the fact that I think Roma have a possibility of winning the league more than Aston Villa winning the league in our Premier League. I think Aston Villa is nowhere near winning the league. And as much as Roma is has an outside chance, because I don't think Roma really
Yeah.
have much. I don't think if you check the favorites, they are probably about fifth favorites right now. But I still think that Roma stand a chance for win the league more than Aston Villa stand a chance. And it's about game time as well. And we can look at the squad and break down how the
Bro,
game time set up.
it's probably close to 50 years since Aston Villa last win the league title. It's about probably last probably close not up to 50 years, but it's very much close to up to 50 years. But I know that ah probably 2002 or 2000 or the start of the 2000. Roma is the first Italian club that won the Scudetto over there. So that's the last time they won a league title. It's been a drought for Roma, but they've
Last time
been
Roma
knocking
won
on
the
the door.
league was 2002, the 2000-2001 season. Literally
So yeah.
25 years ago.
Yeah, so that
What a
they are the first club that won it in the start of the 2000, the new century. So you could see like a lot of those success that both clubs that have in the past, especially Aston Villa. I think the last time when they were playing, I think trying to remember, did they play Bayern Munich in the Champions League?
Villa?
Yeah, did they play Bayern Munich in the Champions League?
When?
In the last Champions League that they played.
Last Champions League
I
Villa
think
played
so I think
PSG. We know them play PSG. Because I
so
remember that PSG
it,
game was
it
a
would
really
have
good
been a long time since them have real success in Europe. So back in the 80s, so it goes back in the 80s again when they, won that last league title. So it's not much in terms of, what they have done in the modern type of football at this moment. Roma probably would have been more successful with that league title as well. You understand? So, but if you look at it over the years, yeah, look at the names that pass through, AS Roma compared to Aston Villa. I don't think it's very close. I don't think it's very close. You understand? If you look at Unai Emery team, I remove that team. I think Martin O'Neill was the real last successful manager that really bring a little bit of joy in the Villa faithful, and up on the table in terms of finishing in European positions and stuff like that. With Gabby Abonglaho, and I think Ria Coco was on that team. Many different. I think Ashley Young, that squad. I think Darren Ben, that squad that really push, the top four at that time. So now we're seeing what Unai Emery is doing, shoestring budget. You understand?
yeah.
Shoestring budget. And if you look at Villa compared to these Manchester United, Arsenal, and Liverpool teams that the established teams in England, Aston Villa profit of this year, I think it rise to like 28%, and it just moved from 212 million to like 270 something million. So you can see that a team that slightly finished out of a European spot, but a Manchester United still have a bigger profit and a revenue by finishing 15. So that's why you see that Villa being tied up, in financial fair play and stuff like that. So AS Roma now, Italy. I don't think I don't think you can really compare, Aston Villa at this moment, with Roma. Look, Roma haven't been good either, but I just think that there's just a bigger stature club, around the world at this moment. There's just a bigger club with a bigger market can attract more name brand players, even without Champions League. But Villa, them after the inner Champions League to attract the big name. You believe that Asensio, Marcus Rashford would have gone to Villa last season without a Champions League? I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
No,
No
definitely.
Asensio is thinking twice, if he should go back to Villa Park.
Yeah, definitely not. And to make matters worse, looking at it right now, Nick and people, both teams, Villa would be playing in Europa League this season if he was to stay.
Yeah.
The move to Roma also means that he will be playing in Europa League. So, in all sense, it's not a step down. In no sense whatsoever, you can look at this as a negative, right? Then, when you look at the squad, even look at the squad right now, because I know that just the idea of playing with a Paulo Dybala, and to me, I know enough people looking at Dybala like we call it Messi light.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Dybala is Messi
Yeah. Messi
Junior,
2.0. Yeah.
Messi 2.0, Messi light. You get me? I say so
Yeah.
to play without Dybala, and I know I something spectacular that Trust and believe me, that's a World Cup winner. You get me?
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
the squad. I know this is not necessarily Roma's strongest squad in recent time, but I think they are building a young squad because look at
Yeah.
this now. The two names that are linked right now that Fabrizio give the here we go and I
Yeah.
drop
Here we go. Yeah.
bomba
Yeah.
and I drop bombshells is Leon Bailey and Jadon Sancho. And to
Yeah.
me and you know, say if you get Sancho going, bro, Sancho talent, Sancho
Boy,
ceiling.
that one day 50-50, they probably have to send for one of them walker man over center Macedo cars. Boy, Jaden foot them come like it tie up in the brother. When they
Yeah,
know.
if
But you
if
know,
you
so
can
Bailey
leave Sancho.
more for shine than a Jaden Sancho right now, brother. Cause Jaden Sancho come like I mean I know officer brother. Wayne carry a go on right now, brother.
Yeah, but look at the league. Here's the thing, bro.
Yeah.
These players usually go to Italy and find it a lot easier because remember Italy league is a lot slower. Yeah, it's quote unquote a lot more robust in terms of how them defend.
Yeah.
But I don't know the PSL league, especially these tricky players, especially these players where can create. I think they will find joy over there in Syria. So imagine if you get, which is quite looking like this, you get Alian Bailey on one flank, Jadon Sancho on the next flank, Paulo Dybala in at the number 10.
All right.
Isn't it?
I think yeah, clutch at a straw now,
You
because
feel so?
I think all of them can start. All right, boom.
What do you mean?
Them have them big money signing that they signed I think last summer. The player that they bought from Girona, Dubiek, the Ukrainian.
Artem Dovbyk, right? The
Yeah,
center
they got they
forward.
got they got Dubiek, scored loads of goal in La Liga 22-23 season, 23-24 season. But they have Ferguson from Brighton. I think he's on loan or something. So that's two number 9, right?
Yeah.
So the way how Gasperini play is the 3 at the back, 2
Yeah.
double pivot, and 2 wing. Yeah, so that's 4 man in the midfield. And also the 2 number 10, slightly number 10 winger, like what the Catelleri and Lookman played, Rutegi played. Just you have to go back to the same formula and how he played at Atalanta.
Yeah.
So 1 number 9 and 2/10 a winger, where Jadon Sancho and Leon Bailey will fit in that team. When you have a young, I think he's an Argentinian, Sule,
Yeah.
he was one of the best young player in Serie A and also for Roma. Dybala, when he's fit, he's going to play. But everybody going to get game who is playing in Dybala position. Why? He just cannot play a full 30 league games. He's going to be injured. You understand? So
Yeah.
will Gasperini start 2 left-footed baller behind the number 9? I can't see that happen where Dybala and Leon Bailey starting behind the number 9. So somebody going to have to give and take, but it's going to be a little bit of a rotation between Sule, the players coming from Juve, Dybala, Jadon Sancho. You understand? So it's going to be a little bit of chaos in terms of selection. But I want to add a little bit more on what you said about the league. Remember, King, over probably the last 5 years, we've seen an influx of foreign players going into Italy and Serie A, where the league, the tempo is like Italian league it's like another notch up further than where it was probably before COVID. And we seen a lot of foreign managers as well getting a lot of clubs in Italy as well. So I think the league kind of get a little bit on a high tempo where it's going back and forth like a basketball game, but not so like where in the Premier League it just take a lot from a player to play 30 league games without even a little niggling. That's why you have to give Mo Salah a lot of credit, always ever presence. So the league, the pace is up there. It's getting better.
But by the way, bro, and I must say this, people, I have to use the opportunity to say this over here on Nicardo Media House. Nicardo, bro, you have been the most bro. Take my hat off, but I'm not take my hat off, but I take my hat off to you, bro. The
Yeah.
consistency, second to none. I'm gonna say this because me I talk about the video you talk about Leon Bailey. So the video I did earlier. Here you speak about
Yeah.
foreign influx of foreign players going into the league. And one of the things I realize is that the influx of foreign players and foreign managers are because of the tax. Because apparently Italy have this 7% rule where it's a flat 7% tax you pay over there, and basically little or no tax you
And
pay.
what is it in England? It's like
Exactly.
I think it's like 40% comes
Crazy.
out of your money in England.
Crazy. So you're getting a big tax break just going into Italy alone. So as foreigners, that's why I say that influx of foreign players are going into Italy right now because of the tax reasons. Now, separate and apart from the tax reasons, in terms of what you just talk about, in terms of who will play, because I'm just looking at the team for real and looking at their past matches that they have played so far in
Yeah.
the league so far. You're right, Sule and Dybala has been the main starter. So now you give me cause for concern. Is it that you're thinking that Bailey have to go fight Dybala for a game, and that one that kind of looks sticky, That one that kind of looks sticky. Now the only thing is that we all know that Dybala is injury prone. But guess what now, Nicardo, we have to
Yeah.
remember too, who else also injury prone? So I don't want to have the two injury prone ball of them. Bailey and Dybala, I guess. It's gonna be rough. Like I say,
Yeah.
injury less. I can get the game time, bro. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be serious.
that's crazy. That's
Because
crazy.
you're right. So Gasperini likes him back three.
All right.
Gasperini not
All
change
right,
for
but here the positive now
yeah.
with Leon Bailey signing for Roma as well. I think the heavy schedule, the winter break, he will get that as well. He's not so going to be such congested. Like the schedule will pack like every 3-4 days. There will be a game in England, and as well, if you look at Gasparini track record, he known to sign these players that having average seasons in the last couple of years previous to when he bought them. So he know how to get the best. When he bought Adama Lukman, he wasn't a world beater. Now we're seeing, clubs like Inter Milan want Adama Lukman for around 60. Atalanta is, say hey, they need such and such money, And if you probably go back 3 seasons ago, they couldn't demand that amount of money. So Gasparini been known for the man that, work the magics on the average players. And if you look at the career of Jadon Sancho, the career of Evan Ferguson, the career of Leon Bailey. Look at the players that he's bringing into the football club. They are not having the best of seasons. Since the brightness striker Ferguson went down with a nasty injury, missed a lot of games last season, his career has been down the hill. You understand? It just didn't work out for him. I think he went to West Ham. So look at the players. It's average players coming from average seasons. So hopefully that's a positive that Gasparini can get the best out of this Roma team. But I want to give Claudio Ranieri a lot of credit. You have to give him because when he came at the football club, from I think it was I remember who it was, but I don't remember if it was Dirassi or another R Fonseca, but one of those coaches, right? He came in and the club was literally right down close to relegation. And when he finished the season, the club finished all the way up in the Europa League spot. Something similar of what Unai Emery did at Aston Villa. Took up the club down in the bottom half, bring them up into European position. So hopefully that can be the positive, for Gasparini and Leon Bailey himself. But the attitude of a Leon Bailey and a Jadon Sancho, it's kind of scare me, a little bit because both players been, playing together in the German Bundesliga. They're close friends, seen that in the past, So hopefully this can feed off both players' energy, that they can work together. They can do this together as two players that form a very good friendship bond over the years. But the negative side, that they can just go to Italy and just think it's just all about the fashion show.
Yeah, there's pros and cons in every move. Like, and I'm glad they find another pro to say that Gasperini really seemed like a manager that gets the best out of players. You have some coach where
Yeah,
good man managers. You have some coach where improve player games, and I think Gasperini, one of the coaches, will actually improve players games, because even the striker that went to Highland, I think Highland was
Ireland, yeah,
one of his
Rasmus Holland.
players.
He brought Rasmus Holland from Copenhagen.
Yeah, Gasperini really take players and make them better. As you say, it's about the focus. And again, Leon Bailey, like Jadon Sancho, has been two of the players that really, over the past couple of years, haven't really settled in a team to really get the best out of them. But in terms of talent, in terms of attributes, we know that these are two players that are immensely talented. So
Yeah,
it'll be very interesting to see if they really can find their foot, or
yeah,
how they really take on this new challenge. But I think that there's more pros than cons. There's more pros than cons. And one of the other pros I'm looking at with this move as well, I think that Jamaica national team, I think that a lot of games, especially going up against the more competitive teams,
yeah.
we will see a shift to a back three.
Mm.
And having three centre halves, the two wing back them, even Howley and Bailey plays with the national team, I think that in bigger games, you're going to see him play as one of those number 10s, as you speak about how Roma play with the number 10s on both sides,
Yeah,
similar to what Manchester United do.
yeah.
I think going into that system and playing in that system week in, week out can also benefit a Jamaica Reggae Boys team in terms of when we choose to do that. Because I think even coming up against a Curacao, I would be surprised if we would go to a back three. You get me? I
Yeah.
said, because
Mm.
those are the teams that would get the best result from going into a back three. So it can benefit. It can benefit that way as well. So that's another pro I'm identify, and me I say, all right, that'll be very interesting to see how he fits in our back three, in our team will play with a back three, and he's not on the wings as a winger per se, and more like a number 10, an inside forward.
Yeah,
And that probably benefit him goal scoring as well, both him
yeah.
and Jadon Sancho, instead
He
of
will
being
have a lot of he will have a lot of players behind him to do a lot of the hard dirty work. You have less time, thinking about tracking back, because you have two wing backs, a back three, and two, double pivot in the midfield that always doing that, extra bit of work for the front three as well. So the front three for Gasparini, it's literally all about what they can produce in the final third. Their job and their task on the football pitch, when I watch Atalanta, especially in the Champions League, they play that Real Madrid team as well at home. It just shows you that everyone knows their duties, and I believe that Gasparini and Unai Emery is similarity in terms of the players that they go for in the transfer market, because they haven't really coached any real big team in terms of move away Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain for Unai Emery, but at Villarreal, at Sevilla, he go to a different section in the market where he just know that he cannot compete versus Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. And now in England, he's have to be in a little market with Tottenham Hotspurs and those teams. So I think in similarity, both managers, kind of tactically, very detailing on how they want to play the football. But Unai Emery is more of a 4-2-2 guy. Been seeing that since the days of Sevilla, now seeing it at Aston Villa. But Gasparini is the old-fashioned Italian way of the three at the back. But his way of playing three at the back, it's a little bit more modern. When you look at other Italian coaches, the old-headed coaches in the past, it's normally like one number nine, the wing backs will be playing like literally tucked in like a right back. The two man that playing sandwich in the number nine as wingers 7 and 11, they will play so wide and give the width. But no Gasparini, the two wing back, they will be everything on that wing. They will be doing it up and down on both sides of the pitch, and then they just allow the two players that's playing behind the number nine to get a lot of freedom. So I think, the demand, it's not going to be so much on Leon Bailey, in terms of the Premier League and the Italian Serie A. But when he comes up against, the big guns like Napoli, Antonio Conte, like a well-oiled machine team, he's going to have to put in extra yards. And, Inter Milan as well, he's going to have to put in an extra bit of yards, because those teams, probably would have been the biggest teams, in Italy over the last couple of years. Hopefully, AC Milan can get back on track. We saw what Fiorentina did last season over here. So there will be a few teams, ready, to give Roma and, the rest of the league a lot of problems. But
Yeah.
a good season for Leon Bailey for me. 24 games last season, started like 24 games in the Premier League, started like, between 14 and 16 out of that, almost, 50%. So a good season for me. I need to see him back, on the chart with double figures goals, close to double figures in assists. He needs to get back up there, and he needs to look into himself like, look, this is AS Roma, one of the biggest club in Italy, the biggest club in Rome. The Rome derby going to be, a one to look out for, Ken, versus Lazio, so double digits in goal I want to see, and something close to double digit, in assists, and, try to pile up a lot of games in terms of probably like 40 plus games, because the team will play in the Europa League. And I do think, as AS Roma going into the Europa League, they will probably be one of the favorites to get their hands on that trophy, just because of the record of the manager at the helm. So there should be at least some type of, competitiveness, getting trophies on their hands.
Yeah. And you speak about goals, you speak about assists, and again, we see that decline last season with Bailey literally only scoring 2 goals over the whole season. Actually, ironically, 1 goal in the Premier League, 1 goal in Champions League, 2 goals and 4 assists overall. So that have to improve, one. And two, one of the things that has been beating most of the Jamaica reggae boys them is minutes. So it's not even about goals alone, but it's about minutes. And we see that is minutes trend down from the previous 2 seasons drastically. And that's crazy seeing that our Villa played actually Champions League. Villa was in 1, 2, 3, 4 different competitions, but yet still Bailey saw less minutes last season. So one of the things Bailey need to improve on is the minutes on the field. Close to
Yeah.
3,000 minutes over the season. That is what look for ideally
How
from
many?
God.
How much minutes? Let me look on how much minutes he played when he played that 50 plus games
So
in
52 games of season before 3,191 minutes,
the
scored
Premier
20
League.
goals and 13 assists. That's the season before with
That
Aston Villa.
in the Premier League, those minutes are in the Premier League only.
In overall minutes. So in the Premier League,
Overall,
he played 2,070 minutes. Yeah, look on them amount of minutes, 35
yeah,
games, 2,000.
yeah,
That's what you're ideally looking for.
yeah,
As he's playing 3,000 minutes, there's where it's supposed to be. Now, last season, the minutes went down in the league alone, 24 games, 1,000 minutes. No, 2,000 minutes there or there. But when you divide the games by minutes, you're supposed to be playing at least 60 minutes are there about for majority of the game. That's what you want to do. Play at least 30 games, 60 minutes, 30 games. That's the aim. 30 games and at least 60 minutes, because the reggae boys them really a struggle for minutes right now. And it
yeah.
would be sad for him to go somewhere again where he's not getting the minutes. And I think that would be a stupid move on his part and his agent's part to really go somewhere where he won't get the minutes.
I
Because
think I think he will get the minutes.
you think he'll get the minutes.
Yeah, I think he will get the minute. What I think Gasperini might do is Roma want to get back into the Champions League. So I think Leon Bailey will get a lot of the games in the Europa League. They want Dybala to be available for as much minutes in the Serie A. You know, look, Claudia Ranieri showed that this Roma team is a very good squad. They just need a little bit of coaching, and with the experience of a Gasparini, I think that will also show, and I think he will improve the team. And what Claudia Renier, walk out away from football, from this football club. But comparing minutes for Dybala and Leon Bailey of last season only in the league, Dybala played 1,420 minutes in the league last season. Leon Bailey played 1,143 minutes. So you could see that both players really struggled to get minutes on the table, because of injuries. You understand?
That's
Because of
exactly what
injuries.
I said. The battle of two
Yeah.
injured players.
But so I think as long as the ball are fit, I think as long as he fit, I
Yeah,
think they will favor him more in that that league phase. But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see Gasperini try to work magic and have Leon Bill playing wing back. I don't know if he have the engine to do so. Do you understand? Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I've seen Adama Lukman played the left wing back before because of injuries. Do you understand? He was forced to do that. But it's all in the game. Leon Bailey, he developed well, in the past in his youth academy days, in Europe as well. But I want to get in the comment section, big up to some people. So Owen, big up yourself, usual suspect, big up yourself. Nick, y'all need to check the weather because there is a category 5 hurricane hitting Bermuda and Puerto Rico. Maybe the Jamaican and Bermuda game might cancel. How far are we away from that game? Hey, anyone that work in the corporate sphere of TVJ and CVM, you check on the weather. What is the weather like in the next 20 days in Bermuda? But it's in the Caribbean. It's hurricane time. It's hurricane time. And where I'm at, on the south side, of America, been getting rain in the last couple of months. So every day it seems that rainfall here. But um Chef Chrome, they beat them. I think that was the Bayern Munich and Aston Villa is talking about. You understand? Sympathy or Swampy. How you pronounce that? Swampy TV?
Swamptivity.
Yeah. Oh, big up yourself, Tycoon, big up yourself. You understand? Yeah, big up yourself, get that. But so King, before we move away from the Leon BLA situation, a lot of people would have said that Unai Emery is making a big mistake of selling his only true and true winger that can bring a difference. Jacob Ramsey left, but I touch on the financial fair play and how the Aston Villa is struggling right now. The game that they played earlier today versus Newcastle, they call it in England a PSR derby because both teams are struggling to get bodies in because of the PSR. You understand? They said it was a PSR derby, but back to the Leon Bailey, true and true winger at Aston Villa. He's still there. It's not officially confirmed as yet. But you think Unai Emery is making a big mistake, or you think that he just get fed up of the player at this moment and just needs something fresh?
So before I answer the question, right, two
Yeah,
things, because I guess you want to move on from the situation, but I did point down these notes for just say.
yeah,
One, just going back a bit, Gasperini and his Atalanta team was the second highest goal scoring team in the league. We know, say, Gasperini play three at the back, but he's an attacking three at the back. So enough people like to talk about, three at the back defensive. No. Atalanta, goal scoring team. So again, they might bring that. And again, the attackers are going to benefit from that. And now, the other thing more point out is the fact that you spoke about Leon Bailey and Dybala having similar amount of minutes. But Dybala literally had 8 goals and 4 assists last season. So irrespective of the minutes, if Bailey have anything similar to if them all share minutes and them share similar goals, you can expect Bailey to hit somewhere close to 10 goals. You get me? I said 10 assists.
yeah.
Now moving on to the question now. PSR derby. You know what, bro?
Yeah.
Here you say it in the video that you did. And I'm like, PSR, it's like it fly over my head. So now you're explaining it. Now, here you also spoke about the financial situation of Villa, and it's well documented that Villa needs to sell players.
Yeah.
And the other thing that you're thinking about the PSR, I think that it also affects the wage bill. So they might try get off some big hitters off the wage bill, and I think Leon Bailey as a big hitter,
6 million
wage bill as well. So I think it's a business decision because it's not a, well, it might be a tactical decision as well, but we see how that played out last season, and I think that Aston Villa fell off last season. As much as John McGinn, a very important player, I don't think
You don't think the football club was robbing that game at Old Trafford? That Raja scored, I think with the Onana situation, and
you
they
think
called
so?
I think that was they lost that game and then Newcastle won. So that's why Newcastle is in the Champions League. So if Aston Villa in the Champions League would have been a different story, but being enter Europa
Europe.
League, everyone will get 20 million plus. So that's chalk the cheese of what you get to enter the big bad UEFA Champions League. You get like close to, I think, around 60, you understand, or 50.
Yeah, but I don't want to even look at just being robbed because I
Yeah.
think them really fall off to the latter part of the season. Even though them get PSG a run for them money, them fall off, and I think one of the reasons why them fall off because even the game today, who they had playing right wing, John McGinn, right?
Yeah.
And then they brought on Malen. So the thing is, Malen playing right wing is totally different from what Leon Bailey gives you. That left foot on the right flank with the speed there. Malen has speed. John McGinn has no speed. So playing John McGinn over is a different dimension. As I said, Leon Bailey is them real only out and out winger. Leon Bailey is them only player that profiles like that. Them have Ilin Jr., which them never used last season. Again, left-footed fast. Probably they might look towards him now, but there's no indication of that. But letting go of Leon Bailey, in my opinion, from last season, like not playing him, I think that is where them really fall off. And probably that is Jamaican. Actually, I'm Jamaican. I'm going to pick up for a yard man there. You know, and that happened to you. When not play the yard man, that's why I not lose. Probably at that. Probably as some view it. But really and truly, the odds, I don't think who them play on the right wing gave them anything either. Playing even Rogers on the right wing. Rogers playing at the number 10 or the second striker. That's Rogers is a flourish. Even Magin himself, playing Magin as a second striker instead, or playing him centrally, he flourishes more. So nobody that they use is on the right wing never give them an impact. It's not like when Tottenham use Brennan Johnson on the right wing as a right footer, and Brennan Johnson scoring all his goal at the back post. Malen not scoring a bag of goal from that right wing. Nobody not scoring a bag of goal from that right wing. So taking out Leon Bailey and replacing him with it never worked. And I think they suffered for it. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. So I look on it. In terms, it's a business decision.
Yeah, I would say it's a business, and I do think that he just needs something fresh on that right wing. But I saw something that where they link with one of Leicester City player. I think he's like 2021. He's African player Fatawu. He's a left-footed player as well. But don't sleep on the player that they bought from Nice. I think it's Gassoud or Gassard. You want to pronounce it in French.
He's a center forward.
But he's like a player like Nicolas Anelka, where he just can play anywhere across the attacking third, and he's like 6'1". He's have similar build like Nicolas Anelka. They kind of comparing him like Nicolas Anelka in France as well. So don't sleep on him. He's a very good player. But again, I do see Villa dip into the market late with the player that exiting the door at this moment, Jacob and also Leon Bailey. That will give them a lot of leg room. And I don't know if Fabrizio Romano announced it, but I saw it also on, I think, Sky Sports Italia, that it might be a fee of around 4 to 6 million, and an obligation for buy at the end of his loan contract will be like 16 million. So they will get like over 50 million, on both players, Jacob Ramsey and Leon Bailey. So let's see where they're going to invest that money in, but it's going to be very tricky. Left-footed player, very difficult, to replace. But one thing though, Unai Emery is really looking at, one thing he really likes with his attacking players, he need consistency, and you could see that in this. You remember the first part of the season where I think he got injured in the Bayern Munich game, and he didn't came for one of the games, for the national team, that return. Remember Unai Emery, he was out of touch, and even when he got injured, I think in the Champions League, we said Bailey, not going to play the next game, and he did play the next game and the next couple of games. So Unai Emery was giving him that trust. He was putting him in the team even when he wasn't fit. So he needs consistency. But the league played out. and he's not, repaying the manager. And with the club not qualify for Champions League, he's one of the easiest target to sell to
Yeah.
free up a little bit of leg room so players can come in. And what he's looking for players that's going to give him 40 plus games per season. And Leon Bailey, fortunately, haven't done so really on that level.
So the truth is, and I can remember this distinctively, I'm gonna bring it up so I can have it to view it as well. But the truth is with Leon Bailey was that even that game that you spoke about,
Yeah,
Bailey playing in Champions League was injured. Bailey scored back-to-back goals in the Champions League, And I remember him scoring back-to-back goals. I think it was either side of the international break, if memory serves me right. But
Club
one of the
Brugge.
things
He
I
scored
remember,
against Club Brugge. I think he
yeah,
scored
I
in
remember he
Club
scored
Brugge.
back-to-back
Yeah,
goals
back in
against Club
Belgium. Yeah,
Brugge,
back
I
in
think.
Belgium. Yeah,
I'm gonna find it. But here's the thing I remember. Remember the very next game he was out the squad or out the team. He never getting a minutes. So I'm like,
yeah.
Bailey did hot. And as hot as Bailey did be,
I
Bailey
think it was might be. I think it probably would have been a FA Cup game with Preston. I remember they played Preston 19, and I think he wasn't featuring around the squad at the time. Something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, no, I remember. I remember the moment that you're talking about.
Yeah, so I was like, how Bailey at and then he was so I think it was Club Brugge game. I want to find it. Club Brugge. I don't remember exactly. But what I'm saying is that Bailey will find himself in form, playing well, and still find himself on the bench for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And it was puzzling to me, like, how comes this baller playing well? I think it was Aston Villa game. Come on, which game you come
So,
on at the man of the match game? He come on
so
came on a game at man of the match, and next game he
all
was on
right.
the bench. I don't remember
So
which game
I
it was.
guess so. Let me point it out right here. So let me point out right here. So the game that you're talking about, he played against Club Brugge. He scored in that game, played 64 minutes, start against Brentford, came off in the second half, the start of the second half. He played against Club Brugge again. He assist when they played Paris Saint-Germain, he was sitting on the bench. I don't know what was that for. He only played like 30 minutes of the FA Cup versus Crystal Palace, that cameo that he remember that
Yeah,
game
that
was
that
against,
that game. That is the
I
game I'm
think it
talking
was I
about.
think it was a game against Tyreek Mitchell when he turned Tyreek Mitchell inside out, and then right after that he bench majority like Fulham, Bournemouth.
So make it make
He
sense
literally
though.
like bench out the rest of the season.
So make it make sense. This player came on was the best. So that's why sometimes when we are reason, people say I like to make excuse, but that's a fact. He came on that Crystal Palace game, literally got man of the match
Yeah,
for 30 odd minutes. How much minutes what was it?
30, 30.
I remember
Played
that
30.
game, and then next game in Siberia again.
Yeah, so he
It's
missed. So he played
confusing.
30 minutes in FA Cup. They played Fulham, he bench. Play Bournemouth, he bench. Play Tottenham, 1 minute. Play Manchester United, he bench. And that was the season.
That was it. So make it make sense. There's nothing
Yeah.
in a logical part. So sometimes we say, yo, Bailey now this, Bailey now do that. Sometimes when Bailey do this, Bailey do that,
Alright.
he's still not find himself. So I just say go a football, and I guess probably the manager last trust, probably the manager moved into a different direction. But all I have to say is that none of them what the manager go for, I don't see the numbers now speak as well. So same
King,
way Bailey
you
not
know,
have numbers. I don't see none
King,
of them have numbers.
the thing is, it's when Bailey now play properly, you're not getting the effort of doing something for the football club. Jean Magin is nowhere compared to skill level of Leon Bailey, but you can depend on John Magin to help the team, with the press, with the energy, up and down on that flank. But Leon Bailey, you're not going to get that. So as a player like that, when the chips are down, you're going to find yourself out of the football club. You know
Yeah,
this. You work with Aleman before. It doesn't matter who he is. You understand? If you're not working hard enough with your skill, you're going to find yourself on that bench for Aleman. So it's
yeah,
just it's speak for like it's just a coach language that every coach that method that they use, that it doesn't matter always You understand? If you just not talking about a player like even Lionel Messi because he's exceptional, like you have to, take him out from everything. But a player like Bailey, he's not working hard enough. And it shows. You understand? The fitness level, it's not there. It's just not there. And that's one of the biggest concerns for me moving to Italy, that maybe this league can help him a little bit in terms of the physicality, they than how they coach players as well, technically and tactically, and the football. You have to read the game, you have to run in space. It's not the end-to-end game. It's all about where you run, where you receive the
Yeah.
ball,
The
open up space for
intensity
your
and the
teammate.
intensity is a lot less as well.
Yeah,
So
it's a little bit lesser as well, and you have lesser competitive teams in terms of a team like, look at a newly promoted team like Sunderland, just got promoted. You will never find a team like a team that's in Serie B, like Palermo, a team that Dybala used to play for, right? Come up in the Serie A next season and spend over 100 million. You will never find that. You just never find that. So the demand and the physicality and the quality of the smaller teams in Italy, it's way less. It's not comparable, to both Bournemouth and those teams, like Genoa, the Sampdoria, and all these teams. So he will have more favorable team that he can exploit, but because of AS Roma and it's a big club, teams will not look to really push very hard on them and close them down. They look to more play the low back. So you can get spaces as well around. So he might have to be clever. He might have to be clever. I mean, you have some very, very good defenders over there. Even look at the defender that Liverpool bought. Is a very good defender last season in the Italian league. So there's some young talents, very good defenders, and coaches are good over there. But you have to just know how to work your way around the league. It's more easier than the Premier League.
yeah, definitely. Again, so it's a twofold thing where the good defenders are there, but again, probably the Gasperini situation where Bale will score. But Tycoon, big up yourself to everyone in the comment section
So
as well.
Owen said it's about. Remember, Christian Pulisic was struggling with injury, and he just went to AC Milan and just beat AC Milan. One of the best player in the last 2 seasons. You understand? So again, that rivalry will come back again. You remember that rivalry was in the
Yeah.
Bundesliga.
So it's
You
back
understand?
again.
It's the
Back
Christian
again.
Pulisic. It's back again. So and the Jaden Sancho, I think. So let's see what's going to happen. I think Jaden Sancho was the player I think went to Dortmund to replace Christian Pulisic after he left Chelsea. So
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah,
Domino
the
effect.
rivalry, the rivalry is there, man. And let's see what's going to
Yeah,
happen.
and remember that famous picture that you posted with Bailey and
Jaden Sancho,
Sancho. So it's
yeah,
all connected. But I wanted to say something about Tycoon coming. So about Bailey getting hurt. So there's two different times and Nicardo actually spoke of them. So there was a time with the Champions League game, and I guess he went on international duty, got hurt. But
yeah,
Nicardo also brought up the game against Crystal Palace, right? The 31
yeah,
minutes that he came on, then after that he was bench. That 31 minutes, I think he got man of the match for the 31 minutes, and then was back. Literally, that was it for Bailey and for the rest of the season. So it was literally 31 minutes and nothing
yeah,
else. And that 31
yeah.
minutes, we can't remember that 31 minutes what he did to Tyreek Mitchell. So that's the thing, Tycoon. But yeah, I
And
think
this part as well, King. When he got injured in the Bayern game, he played 33 minutes and he was holding his grind. The next game for Aston Villa, that fixture was Manchester United. So Bayern game play the 2nd of October and United play game play 4 days after that. So that's on the 6th of October. And he did start versus United. He played 63 minutes. They played Fulham. No, that was after the United game. International break. He didn't came. They said he needs to see back and try to recover and try to heal his injury, properly. So and then right after, international break, he played against Fulham 61 minute, played against Bologna 65 minute, and then he played against Bournemouth and he got 90 minute. So it shows you that Unai Emery trust the player back then in the early phase, even when he was getting injured. So what have turned around, and what is the difference of in the early part of the season compared to the back end of the season?
Yeah, definitely. But so it'll be very interesting, as I say, moving to I see the pros outweigh the cons
Yeah,
going to Roma. So
yeah.
me gotta approve it, approve, stamp and seal, and approve by King. You get me?
Yeah,
I
I
say approve the move.
think after the weekend finish, we should hear that Leon Bailey is a Roma player. I think probably tomorrow, since everything is agreed, late Saturday night, as what Here We Go said. Hopefully the player will travel, tomorrow, which it is AM already, the early sunrise in England. So maybe the player is looking forward to go to Italy very soon, right now, to close out the deal and do his medical on Monday. So the Kaheim Dixon, man, where you stand on this one, like everyone is over the moon about, and raving about that. They're so happy that Kaheim Dixon see the back of Charlton this season and going to get valuable, playing time, but not just playing time on the pitch. You know that playing and training with the academy team, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. You understand? So move away from championship team where he was playing in the U21, go to Crawley Town. He will be in around the senior team on the bench in majority of the match day squads as long as he's available. I think there should be a clause in his contract as well that stated that once he's available, he should be in the match day squad. This is what bigger clubs do when they send in their young prodigy player in the lower tier to play football to get minutes. So I have said it, man. I have said a lot on it, and I have clashed with a few of the Texans that comment on my videos that I talk about Kaheim. So I'm putting Kaheim Dixon where he's not at the moment, but me know as someone that growing up playing the football, know what it is, playing the academy and train against bigger pros, the level, the pace of the training session, it's just way different. It's going to make you be a lot more tougher. It's going to make your decisions makings a lot more quicker. And that's what you get by playing, against senior players. And with Kyle Dixon to play a 25, 26 season for the Charlton Athletic U21 team, bro, that would have stalled a youth career. That would have put himself available for the national team going forward with the bodies that's coming in.
Yeah,
You understand?
definitely.
So now he's right in the mix for every international squad that's going to be named because he is in a senior first team setup where he'll be available for match day. You get me? I say so. His selection will be different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
What you think?
So I think you spoke about it today, where you spoke about when you talk about Kaim Dixon and senior football compared to academy football
Yeah.
are two different things. We know are two different things. So
Yeah.
it's a valuable experience Kaim Dixon get. A lot of people again with everything you do in life, the pros and the cons are there. And with everything you do in life again, it's like people just try find a negative to say, all right then, it's League Two, and League Two is the fourth division in England, right? So people are
Yeah.
find a reason to find something negative to say. Now you broke it down perfectly well. So Kyle Dixon moving to Charlton Athletic at what 19? He went to the youth academy. That's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. I
That
think he was
allowed him to
19.
adjust to England. That allowed him to acclimatize to the weather, the
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
environment. So that
Yeah.
allowed him the bedding in time. Now we'd have hoped that this summer would be the summer where you see him move to the first team. That didn't materialize. This is basically right over the preseason, they're getting a game. So not getting a game time, that's been one of the things that the players has been suffering from.
Yeah.
So now finding a move to a club that he will get game time because he got the game time today came on and it looked like he played much centrally again. Now the interesting thing about Crawley Town is that Crawley Town is a struggling team.
Mm-hmm.
Make no two ways about it.
Yeah.
Crawley
Yeah.
Town is a struggling team. I think they got I'm relegated last season
Yeah,
too.
they got relegated. So it's surprised that a League One team that got relegated to League Two is struggling. But I think they will be okay. I think they will be okay. But that is not even the situation because that's not his club. We need minutes. That's all we need in this
That's all
football
we
club.
need.
Yeah,
Exactly. We don't care about
yeah,
the struggling part, and not
yeah,
to say we don't care about the struggling part, because I guess it goes hand in hand. Now, the mere fact that they are coming from League One, as you say, they should be able to find them foot and then perform in League Two, because they should in
yeah.
theory be better than the League Two team. So eventually they might find them foot. And for me, it's also important because we want the ball for play minutes one, but for score as well. So playing minutes is all good enough, but being a team that should be a dominant team in the league eventually and creating chances, same can score goals, same numbers, them can look good as well. Because the truth
Yeah.
be told is, me personally, King, me can't defend Kaheim Dixon just based on the fact that he's playing. So playing is a good thing, moving in the right direction. Playing senior minutes good,
Yeah.
but playing senior minutes and not produce, not scoring a goal and assist all season long, we still not gonna have no. What me gonna say? All right, a forward is an attacker. He came on today and he played centrally. You get me? I say he played basically like a number 10 or a second striker. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm seeing from his heat map. So
Yeah.
he looked like saying he did get valuable minutes, because this is saying that he got what? He came on the 60th minute, so he get enough minutes. So the
I
minutes is
think
good,
I think he
right
was drifting off.
direction,
I
pro.
think he was drifting off the left hand side.
Well, the heat map is, I guess he has touches all over the place,
That's
because
Kaheim
he matches
Dixon.
up. That is time Dixon for you. And then
Kaheim Dixon for you.
he's wearing the number 24 right here, and this is saying them state. Well, where he got the most touches was in the central area. Was basically as a number 10. So he might float around those areas, and again, for me, it's a positive move. So I'm gonna listen to the League Two thing. It is a positive move. I'm in a business where Conrad Smith want to say in the comment section. Big up
One
yourself,
ear
Conrad.
Dixon.
Big up
One
yourself,
ear.
Conrad Smith. One ear Dixon.
One
You
ear
can't defend him.
Dixon.
You know,
One ear Dixon.
you
So
Conrad
Conrad,
Smith.
so Conrad did I say, but you are going no. Hear this no. So around 9:30, I take up my phone and look on this. And go on X and look on the started 11 and the squad. I'm say Kaheim Dixon name 9. I'm say, all right then. You see, yes, all right. You see, League One and League Two, all you can find for them games, you have to go up on the club website and go up on them TV, but there's a subscription fee. Boom, no, me go up on the subscription fee now and look, say a League Two team, it might be like £5 or so. £13. Yes,
13 pound. That rough.
what's it up? £13 per game, £33 per month, £250 annually. I mean, I
Jaja.
say, I say, yo, Jaja, that rough, the £13 rough still,
That
The
rough, man.
30,
That rough.
no, the
That,
£13 rough. All right.
yeah.
So maybe if him start fire and stuff like that, a lot of reggae boys fans that live in the diaspora will subscribe to that, £33. That would have probably be equivalent to close to around 40 US a month. You understand? But I only heap of money that still, because no Paramount, the Peacock, and all of that. You understand? It no reach up to that. You understand? On ESPN, but £13 per game. It's a hefty fine, bro. It's a hefty fine. So
Is, man.
Conrad, you can find the club website and go find them TV, and that's all you can watch Charlton Athletic. You can get the audio and also the video footage, live game. You understand? Almost like every League Two, League One team, stream them game, but you just have to pay a subscription fee. You understand? I think when he was at, so when he was at Charlton subscription fee was £7 a month. A month. So I was a paid subscriber for
So
Charlton
you
TV.
move to a lesser league, and a more money we have to go find for pay
Then
for
they said man them charge you 2x time the price plus half a per game.
Jaja. Per game, you did say?
£13 per game, brother.
Jaja.
£13 per game, bro. That's a whole lot of money, bro. Some of you know if Conrad Smith willing for pay that for watch Dixon, but me not ready yet. But someone said, I think Owen. So the game with Burrell. So I was watching that game. Burrell did look a little bit better than when he started, the previous game in the Carabao Cup. Because that game was a lot of teenagers, that are youngsters, the bench team. But they signed a player from Wickham in League One, which I think his name is Richard Coney. He scored double digits goal in League One. Both of them used to play League One together. And I have a striker that's coming over from, I think, Lugano in Switzerland a couple of seasons back. Used to have playing in the Europa League. That player sat on the bench. So I don't know if the manager is working on which striker is his best striker, but you could manage this King. The last striker for Queen's Park Rangers that scored double digits goal was Andre Gray, 2021-2022 season. The last striker scored double digit, and that was 10 goal. So that shows you that a football club is struggling for a striker, someone that just help the team score some goals. So I just hope Borrell can really take this opportunity and grab it with both hands. He got opportunities in not the league game, but the cup game, where I think the header should have scored. That header should have scored. You understand? So let's see what's going to happen. But boy, King, I don't really want to talk about it, but the reggae boys minutes around Europe kind of look away, bro. Kind of
Rough.
people may talk about it Monday, but won't see Joe Lattebody come in September.
Rough.
Richard King minutes get lesser and lesser. We don't know what happened to Pinnock.
No.
Macy Oldgate come off the bench, they come play 6 minutes. So
Somebody tell me say a golf, let me see whole gate I play golf. Rough. Swear to God, the rough.
yo, the body can't find Bobby Reed in Leicester City. We don't know when.
Nobody can find Bobby Reid.
Isaac Hayden they get a club yet. Casey Palmer start the season just started, and Casey Palmer hold him back. All them things
Rough.
rough. So me just
the Daniel Johnsons of this world we have to go find, and the Demarai.
Boy, Daniel Johnson did play good versus Galatasaray, bro. Daniel Johnson did play good. I was watching that game, and it wasn't an easy game for a newly promoted team to play away to Galatasaray. You understand? So he did play good. So I don't know if the coach look on a DJ. Look, if him call DJ, I'm not going to say DJ should stay away from that, because we not have the players playing the minutes. You understand? And DJ put in the extra yards in the second tier when Cephas did it. No, him in the top league, and him still getting minutes. Him all him own, playing away to Galatasaray, tough team. So him play very well today. So I mean, if DJ get a recall, would be surprised. And that's something we're gonna say, DJ enough for there on the team.
DJ earn him recall, bro. Him earn him recall.
By playing minutes, right?
Yeah, minutes. Numbers speak for itself, bro. Yeah. That's what the court say is needed, and that is what DJ has been doing. Him earn him recall by playing minutes. Him actually playing a deeper role against Galatasaray, which is very ironic. So DJ is a ball playing midfielder. DJ is really good on the ball. So it's about pairing him with somebody that can tackle. And again, looking forward, I don't know who that's going to be, because if Lattibodier is out and the other tackler with him like for putting in his
the man them story stop call Joe Lattibodier name in the midfield, brother.
Whoever use, like, I guess I must Cavan, Lambert, them are Pearson, them are.
But I tell you,
I don't know.
Somebody just called one of the name, but Tyrese Hall. He played. He came off the bench, make his debut for Notts County the other day. He was on the bench and today as well. I think Tyrese Hall and Janira Johnson, if we can get those two youngsters to play competitive football for the national team, that will be an A+. Why? Tyrese Hall touted as like one of the next gem at Tottenham Hotspur. Not so like he might break into the first team, but can go somewhere. His potential and his quality that he must show he can play Premier League football in 5-7 years from now. You understand? So Gennaro is in that's how I pronounce his name. That's how his name
Yeah,
pronounced, Gennaro
Junior,
Johnson.
yeah.
So
Or Gennaro.
Gennaro, so Gennaro Johnson in the Ajax youth system, that's somebody that growing up in bro, you know what is it? Ajax Academy, bro. The education they get this, brother.
Yep.
You get what me I say? It's come like going into Hillel Academy in Jamaica. You understand? That's the level of education they get at Ajax football. So we don't know what I got happen with him if him I got break through the Ajax team, but we know for sure that player I got continue to play professional football for the next 10 years because I'm showing that right attitude. You understand? So it's all about the education what you get from now.
Yeah,
So but
well,
just
I just say the football education you would have gotten from Ajax is like compared to Harvard University.
yeah,
Harvard University of football
yeah,
of this word. So
so when you compare Ajax, you have to call La Masia, you have to call Chelsea Youth Academy. You have to compare with those type of academies. So
no,
Netherlands
tell La
have
Masia, I don't know about Chelsea Youth Academy. I know
no,
about La
no,
Masia.
no, no. Remember Chelsea? No, you have to give Chelsea credit. No, you have to give Chelsea credit. The amount of Chelsea Academy players in the national team.
Well, that's true,
Yeah, you
but
have
in
to
terms
give
of
Chelsea.
football education, them just enough. I just feel like Chelsea just buy everybody, so a numbers Chelsea I deal with, so them just have
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
and them numbers wise. But I guess, but in terms of football education, when you come to La Masia system, you play a different type of football, and Ajax is total football, Cruyff system, Cruyff
yeah.
school.
Mm-hmm,
See,
mm-hmm.
the touch right there. I don't know necessarily if you come through Chelsea Youth Academy, if you have come through with a certain style of play where me can look, me can't shut my eye and say, all right, a midfielder coming through Chelsea, I gotta have this style of player, this level of touch. I know
Yeah,
exactly what I'm getting from a player coming from La Masia. I know exactly what I'm getting from a player coming from Ajax. I'm
yeah.
understanding that's about Chelsea, but I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
football
yeah, yeah, yeah.
education we are talking about
Yeah.
in terms of schools. If you are go school now, I don't even want to go there second. I
All
get
right,
school in the comment
all right.
section.
I think we're kind of drifting away from the show, but it's sometimes you have to be spontaneous. But again, when Bruce Arena failed the US men's national team 2017, right? I think that game he lost in Trinidad and Tobago. It was 2017, 2018, one of those here. What US men's national team did, they got rid of the all legs. They got rid of the all players. I think Christian Pulisic was the only player that competing now for a spot at this in this team is one of the star player had that experience under Bruce Arena back then. So remember, I think McKennie coming up through, I think that Dallas, they sent him and shipped him from about 15, got Schalke. By the time he reached 16, 17, him start to play Bundesliga. Bro, for the last 7 years, yes, US player that's a ship left, right, and center, brother. You understand? Left, right, and center in Europe. And the man them did have a plan to say, yo, they're gonna get as much youth in the top leagues in Europe, and some of them must come through. And look at it now. Timothy Weah, McKennie, Pulisic, look at a lot of those players, them recruit as well. You understand? Now they're trying to get Josh Sargent a club in Germany or in Italy, get back to one of those top teams. So look at I think they have players who's played it Tessman in for Lyon in the Belgium leagues. Bro, them have players all across the top 5 league in Europe. I think it doesn't I think what move to put it now. It wasn't an individual thing. It was a collective work of the federation working together with the clubs, working with the player agents as well, bro. To everybody work and get these young, promising youths out of the system, of the MLS, because they realize that playing in MLS now, MLS is growing away from European football. So they need to start to compete. No way the players will compete in MLS and reach the distance of where they want the US men's national team to reach. So now we're looking at it now, King. we have the Genera, we have the Tyrese, we have the Whisper, we have the Kaheim Dixon. Everybody should be working together to get the best youth them in wherever top leagues they are at this moment.
So
What you
I
think
agree.
about that?
So I agree 110%. However, here's the thing. Remember that the coach spoke about recruiting and the issues with recruiting. And we can use like a player like Omari Hutchinson, for instance.
Yeah.
Right now, again, we see Omari Hutchinson did a great video again, backing his talent again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the truth is, the youth them at that age, sometimes it's very difficult to persuade them. But again, we saw where Janaria Johnson and Tyrese Hall were two of the players that were in that 60-man squad for the prelim squad for the Gold Cup, right? Now, those two players seemingly look like they are closer to playing for Jamaica. Now, with that said, I think now is what you call a sliding door moment, meaning that the senior midfielders that are options for Jamaica, because I think Biru Golden spoke about Kara Anderson. I think somebody said Anderson, and I think a Kara Anderson matter about, right?
Yeah.
If Anderson not get much game time, so in terms of who is getting game time, look at the midfield options. Russell just start get back game time. Good. Casey Palmer, there about. So those are two senior players where you can say. But other than that, Isaac Aiden, 0 minutes. Where I bring him and say, I guess
0 preseason.
0 preseason. Exception to the rule, all right, fine. So that a 3 midfielder, Bobby Reid, nowhere to be found, as you say. Kara Anderson, barely getting any minutes. So this is a sliding door moment. Yeah. It's like a needs must. Who are the other options to have? It has to be the Tyrese Hall, it has to be the Janaria Johnson, but paperworks, it'll come back down to paperworks, it'll come back down to where they are with that, because again,
and the trust of the technical advisor.
Yeah, so the technical advisor them have to get this sorted out, because really and truly it'll come down to that. People always say, all right, then we can speak about them, but where they them have clearance to play, because one of the things is where it is with Tyrese Hall, don't really know Janaria as well. But one thing we know, especially for Janaria, I love Jamaica. I say everything Jamaica, every chance someone they get Jamaica jersey, Jamaica panning boots. You get me? I say them money
I don't think. Yeah, continue.
It's a sliding door moment in terms of needs must, because right now we don't have a lot of options. Where we're gonna get the options from, and I would say those are two names where if they are in the team right now and they can play this upcoming World Cup qualifier, I would be 100% behind that decision, 110% approving that decision.
As a prime example, what Tycoon have said, 8 of the US players, in the squad regulars play Champions League.
Exactly.
Yeah, playing Champions League. So it shows that they had a plan, and the plan did work. So now the players are in some very, very good leagues and some top clubs fighting for titles. With us Christian Pulisic winning trophies for AC Milan, I think last season. You understand? So it shows. When last a reggae boy player win a trophy?
When last, I think that would be probably Ronaldo Webster, right? Probably Ronaldo Webster in the league.
Yo, Ronaldo Webster alone played Champions League since the season started already so far, and qualification already.
Exactly. So, and I don't know, Ronaldo Webster have a cap for Jamaica?
No, I do, bro. Was he a left back when he left Jamaica though?
I think he can play on the wings,
but he wasn't a left back when he was at Cavalier, I think.
No, I remember him as a winger. If
where
but in the comment section, people can the experts, the experts in the comment section.
So I say Campbell and Bell fit them a play minutes, Demarai Gray play minutes. But me not like my left back a play left center after when I think me not really like it. Luton Town fans did have their say on this as well, that they confuse of Amar Bell at time, because when he went away, he played left back for the national team. But when he's at Luton Town, he played left center half. You remember those injuries that he picked up earlier in around this time, the September, October winter? I remember Amar Bell didn't play a lot of games last year around this time because of injury. I think Amarbel kind of lost a few yards of pace.
Yeah, so losing a few yards of pace and playing centre half kind of go hand in hand then, because if you lose a few yards of pace, that's where you're
Yeah.
supposed to play then. So, and also you have to look at it, bro. We don't have no centre half fit, So you're talking about
The
but the centre half them they were fit. So
I'm like, I
it's a
forgot.
sliding door moment.
Like I say it low still, like I forgot for my collector. It's like it's like I forgot call my collector for come rake up a shovel of dirt and come chew up on the field for it. But it rough, man. It rough. But I don't know where probably majority of the things that we need to worry about, the minutes. Again, the players them can come and the players them can perform. The player we've seen players come when they really have enough minutes and perform. But the one that I really glad to see, big up legendary house. You understand?
We got
But
people. So big up on
but
yourself.
Big up yourself.
yeah, man. So
Yeah,
them are
hold on. Tell the people them for like up the live.
Like up the live.
All
yeah,
right,
man.
that is it.
Yeah, man.
Tell them
Yeah,
smash
man.
the like
So
button.
Smash the like button.
Smash the
yeah,
like button.
my the man
Smash
by
the
him
like
tongue in the middle.
button.
All right, big up yourself. Go on.
All right. So the Demarai Gray situation of back to back assists, that one that the assist that he got and set up his striking partner, I think Kyogo. He saw that one, right? How he chased down the defender. Like he lost the ball probably around 45 yards away from the touchline and he sprint and hustle. You understand the commitment, just try to win that football back. So the blue jersey kind of changed the spirit around a Demarai Gray. We never did I see that over Sadi. Look, him did I play games and him did I get minutes in the back end of the season under the new coach, but we never did I see the end result. So now he might play under a coach that him used to at Leicester City, Chris Davis. He's playing for his hometown. He's playing for the badge. He's playing for the team to get promotion back up to the big time. Understand? So there's a lot on Demarai Gray's shoulder, and he's wearing that famous number 10 jersey. So he is that star player for that football club. Can that transition into the black, green, and gold?
So Demarai Gray now. So he had an assist, and what's interesting about the assist is that he was the one who cleared the ball. So you talk about the tackle that he made, and he posted that tackle and celebrated the tackle, literally, which is good. But the assist that he got, which is a game-winning assist for his team, he was the one that cleared the ball, I think, from the corner kick and made a run all the way up to the opposition, in the opposition half, 1v1, beat the defender, squared the ball, got the assist. And I'm like, that is the Demi. That is the Demi we know and love. And that is the best of Demi. And I remember Dan in the comment section here talking about him seeing Demi holding him waist and a complaint. Demi is literally our most informed player right now. Right now, as we speak, Demi is our most informed player. We have played the minutes, most big number 10 on him back, most important player for him team right now. He might get the job done. So at Demi, we have to build this team around at this current moment. It's hard to say. It is hard to say. Dan, if they're in the comment section, I talk about Demi, I want him, yes.
Don't forget the college man we are playing in Scandinavia.
Oh, now man Campbell?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So them really and truly, if the court stick to what he's saying, really and truly, it's Demarai Gray has been excellent going back to his boyhood club.
Yeah.
And really, it's nice to see what he's doing there. And also, I think that him can help them really push for a place in the Premier League, and it will be excellent. I know it's early season right now, but it will be excellent if him keep this farm up and bring Birmingham City to the promised land, back to the Premier League. It will be such a joy. So Demi there feeding back, I guess the club feeding back into him, and him a feed back into the club. He's back home, as him said, is his homecoming, and him really show that fire. Him show that fight. Him show say, all right, then this club I depend on him and him carry the club on him back, so to speak. So for Demarai Gray performing as how he is right now, he's our most informed player, and I think the coach have to use that to him advantage and really build the team around him. So Demi, we expect to carry this team and the back and his back right now.
Yeah.
Again, I said the poster boy. So I look forward to Demi because him play the minutes
So
and we get the team done.
Dandana say Deme will not play like that for the colours until we get the midfield sorted out.
Good point, Dandana make. Yeah, good point, Dandana make, to be honest, because we all know we want the midfield to be sorted. Oh, but regardless, I don't think that I hinder him from playing his own game because again, we see where in recent games he has moved to that number 10. We see that, well, he moved to number 10 in the last few games. He moved back over to left wing. And from what I'm seeing, the games that I'm seeing play, even the goal and assist, it seems like he's playing more off the right for Birmingham City. So he's a player that can play right across the front four. He said even probably a number 9 him can play as well. So it will be very interesting where the coach actually plays him. It'll be interesting again compared to which formation we're going to use. I guess first games against Bermuda, I don't expect us to play with a back 5. You get me? I say so. I expect to see the 4-2-3-1. And again, will he be the number 10 or will he be off that left? Regardless. So it's about getting that double pivot right. And you have Demi is either off the left or the number 10. And I think Demi being fit, it only can benefit Demarai Gray because I think one of the things that was, well, we all said, I think even over there in Saudi, one of the time, I don't think he got the minutes that we expected him to get over there in Saudi. I think Demarai Gray would have played every single minute, every single game going into Saudi Arabia, which he wasn't. So now playing game time, getting fit, getting that confidence back, being the man again in the highlight, knowing say him, I carry the club on him back, go back to the promised land of a Premier League. We just have to build a team around Demarai Gray. That's how I see it.
So I want to ask not Conrad but Owen about, he's talking about the club have splashy cash because before this season they spent like 25 million in League One. That was a record. No club have ever done that. Now we've seen loads of money has spent. Tom Brady has spent money like we don't even know if we said all of the NFL money has spit out right now in the championship. But Owen, do you think that Birmingham done enough? Because they made 6 changes to the game versus Sheffield that Demarai Gray played, and Demarai Gray did start. So that kind of showed me that the manager really built the team around Demarai Gray. And during preseason, the manager said that he wasn't fit enough. So if a player wasn't fit enough, probably 2 weeks ago, close to 3 weeks ago, King, he played a league game on the weekend, the first game versus Ipswich. Then they played Sheffield, right? And in the Carabao Cup, and the coach made 6 changes, and he started in both games in less than 4 days. That shows me that Demarai Gray is at a level of where the coach is satisfied. He might not be the finishing product, but he's at a level where he's satisfied with his fitness. So that's very good news. We just hope that this can continue for the rest and the entire season. But I do feel that with a fit Demarai Gray for 85-90% of Birmingham game in the league, this team will challenge for a playoff spot. I don't see them as a challenger for an automatical promotional spot yet. That top 2 spot. You understand? So as long as he fit, they will fight for him. And I think the Asian player Kyogo, once those 2 players fit, and Stansfield, those three players are very important for Birmingham. But I want to ask Owen if they done enough in the transfer market to actually get promoted back to the Premier League. But I know you can't write them out because nobody ever expect a Sunderland team to get promoted. You understand? So, and the Sunderland team is a much weaker team than this Birmingham team when they're in the championship. So you just never know. But once they get into the playoff, anything can happen. You understand? But would I love to see Demarai Gray playing in the Premier League 26-27 season, beating up Liverpool at Anfield, beating up Aston Villa at Villa Park. You understand? Score that banger goal again in a Manchester against City and all of that. You know, so hopefully it can work, man. But I mean, I do see Demarai Gray, kind of bring this over an international duty, and it's it's all about the hometown. You understand? That is what really bringing this player, because look, you know that if he's not producing the goods, them people, the Bremy people, are gonna hold him accountability. You understand? I'm gonna hold him. So back in Saudi Arabia, who are gonna hold them accountable for his action? Who?
Nobody.
Nobody. So it's all about the standard around the football club at this moment, where every Birmingham player have to know them have to live up to that standard. Else Tom Brady say, hey, find yourself a player next for our next football club. You know, we need on a play thing over here. So a serious money a job in a championship. You understand? So let's see if that can happen. But people, we're closing out very soon. We have like 10 to 15 minutes left. But I would love to hear if Demarai Gray can help this Birmingham team qualify for the Premier League next season. But the Ronaldo Cephas, you gotta tell me no. King, more and get this run. Pull up the Ronaldo Cephas run on one part, because you have to tell me the Ronaldo Cephas will get relegated 3 times in a row. This can't be possible, brother. King, I gotta tell you. You see, the man them have some games where come up. Them have play a game against a team where them already play already in the cup. That team beat them 1-0 and Cephas them home turf, right? You see, after that, them are gonna play Zenit St. Petersburg. Then them are gonna play Spartak Moscow in the cup. And then I think look at it. They will play Dynamo Kiev, Spartak Moscow in the cup, and then they play Zenit St. Petersburg. So they played 4 league games already, and they lost all 4 league games. The next 2 league games will be versus Dynamo Kiev and also Zenit St. Petersburg. You're looking at their first 6 games without a point. Their next 4 fixtures, they yet to beat those teams in reverse fixtures. You understand? They're yet to beat those teams in the reverse fixtures. So right now, it kind of scary, bro. Because I know they spent a few money in the transfer market to help to boost the squad, but many think they have done enough. I think Cephas Club has done enough, and it scares me and worry me to know if Cephas really are going Russia. Go get relegated down one, brother. Russian second tier now one.
Bring it up on the screen. Yeah, this is
I have to go pull it up, but leave that alone. But you can read from this still.
So I didn't realize, I didn't realize 4 games, 4 losses, sitting at the bottom, the white, sitting at the last of the table, the foot of the table.
Bro,
it's rough. It's rough. But let's hope them can turn them season around, because I think
King Mina thing said, how much team is he I'm gonna get relegated at 2?
Yeah, but look at the last game they managed to get a win still. So
that was the cup. They beat Rostov. That was the cup.
2 teams automatic, and then the next 2 are play playoff for relegation, it seemed like. So yeah, it not look good. Not even realize it's that.
Bro,
it not bad of a start. Jaja.
A 4 games player, right? Then play 4 games in the league, right?
Yeah.
The next 2 games are gonna be Dynamo and Zenit St. Petersburg.
Jaja.
Them not beat none of them teams from in the previous fixtures. Jaja. So you're probably, bro, it's shaky. So you're telling me that a team might go on to lose their first 7 games in a league campaign and survive from that? He no look good, brother.
Yeah, that rough. That
He no
rough.
look good, brother. From first year in a Turkey, second year, and then go back in our war zone, brother.
Well, the next game is Dynamo. It's not Moscow. The Dynamo, I mean, I know the Dynamo
The,
is still.
a Dynamo Kiev.
No, Dynamo Maka. Or Maka something. We don't know that
Oh,
team.
no. That I want. All right, it's that team there. That team that beat them in them first cup game.
Okay.
So look on previous fixtures. You see that team that beat them in our cup game 1-0.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That
So
makes
them are
sense.
gonna play about the team they know. So if them
Yeah.
not beat that team then they get a double upon the board, in the league for the next couple of games, Me guarantee that,
That rough.
So
That
people, me
rough.
not know, like, won't really think like CFA's going to Russia. Bro, me hear somebody say this one time. Me not remember if it was a caller, but it wasn't on my platform. But I think someone said in our comment section that CFA's agent is a more top quality agent than Butler because him have more players in whatever in more top leagues. But me
Yeah.
not buy that because Butler developed quite a few of him players and will go on to play in Europe, including his son. You understand? So me not think the pedigree with Butler player them, especially Whisper and where Bailey make stride in a Europe. I think Kemar Reed, player that play for Malta, as well. Do you understand? But me don't know how far in a Kemar Reed development Butler would have control. You understand, and managing. But I do think that CFA's agent is like him have problem with the Slovakia, the Slovenia, and me not know, brother. I think Norman Campbell is a part of that as well.
Yeah.
Shaman Nichols went to Russia. Where Shaman Nichols left from Russia go Mexico go to, brother? Shaman Nichols not ready for, brother. Shaman Nichols not ready for Liga MX, brother. The level is above Shaman Nichols, brother.
Sure.
The level and the standard of the Mexican league. Yo, Shaman Nichols now play with one of the best youth player in a CONCACAF, Mora. You get what I say? And Shaman Nichols don't even know what to do when the youth get the ball. That's something no say. You see, some of our player them think backwards when it comes on to the football. The man them not think ahead of the game, brother. Cause Bowser is a finisher, brother. Bowser is a good finisher. When you give him the chance, he might go finish at quite a few chances. You understand? But me not think Bowser fear left Russia. I got Mexico, brother. I better see if I see go down in Russia, brother, go play with him PSR something, brother.
Better see first go where?
I better see if I see go Russia than
Go
Bowser go
Mexico.
Russia. Yeah, I better see if I see go down in Russia. Where am I gonna get the space to giddy up like a ass down at that, brother? And I think they would have probably coach him better.
So
You understand?
basically, I say the profile of the player in a suit Russia. The profile of the player in a suit Mexico. So see if I that be a better fit a Mexico than
Yeah, probably because him have the pace
Bowser.
and is a league that them play 1v1 football. That's how they play 1v1 football. Bowser cannot play 1v1 football, brother. Brother, you know what is 1v1 football? Every man to themselves, like a domino cut short, So a man that bring the ball to you on the right wing and have two more man come over to so the left back and a midfielder come over. And in the pass ball give you King, him run gone 20 yards away from you. So you depend on your own. So a 1v1 cut short Mexican and play football, brother. Space, Shaman Nichols ready for that, brother. That's not his game. And me don't know what kind of slackness them agent are keep up, brother. But me I watch one of them player very careful, keen eyes on him, and a Shaquan Stachwell, former St. Andrew player, and him there on him last year of him contract. I'm gonna say which part of the ball they are go.
So it seems as if, as you say about him agent, it seems as if I'm agent name again, I don't want, but the age
Cohen,
is,
something like Cohen.
yeah, Kaheim. It seems as if they have a relationship with certain leagues, though.
Yeah,
That's what
and
I
that's
get
good.
from it because if you
And that's good.
realize the players are usually in a certain league, as you say. But the irony of a Mexican league, the first time I saw Shamar going there, as I said, probably the fit is not right in terms of style of play and those things. But then again, probably have to find a balance between who can pay you and who can pay the money we need and who can fit your style of play. So remember again, it's a profession. So it's a delicate balance because probably you are more suited for a specific league, but the league they not get the pay we need. And again, we all know say going to Mexico, we see that Mexico is attracting a lot of players. So money wise, as the owner say, it's all about the money and where he has exactly. So it's about the money. So you have to really look at the money aspect of it as well. Money talk and everything else work. So the balancing act there is I mean it's about where the agent have its contacts as well, and it's about where you're getting paid. So no player want to get paid less than what they get paid before. But interesting enough, while on this topic, I think I spoke to Scorey Bennett, and we see Bennett back in USL now. And where Bennett was before, I could even find like him games them. You can't find him games them. You can't find highlights. You can't find statistics.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying it's probably a lucrative deal. So the money aspect of it might be good, but then the other side where you have the coach I say I can't see you, so I can't use you, just like what the coach would say about Ravel Morrison and Ravel our next player again, where probably he definitely needs a move. We see my training look like my train over there in Derby, which probably let's see probably have some connection there, but let's see if him can actually go back to
Mhm.
England where you can see him. You need to see these players. It's a World Cup here. Me if you can see and watch your footage, watch your highlights, see your statistics, know what you do, other than a hear through the mail because you can't really hear through the mail if you know what some players are going with our pigeon a carry message because of the league they're in where yeah you get paid, but me can't see you and the coach I use an excuse to say me can't see you as well. So you have to find the right balance in act. You get me? I say, means I suppose if you import some Brazilian for breed up Jamaica to get some good ball. Jaja. So yeah, all right, that's it there. Rebels with PFA in England training. Yeah.
Yo, bro, Corey went to a place almost close to Palestine, brother.
Yeah, and
I will Lamar Walker there, brother. Iraq Lamar Walker supposed to then. Or somewhere in
yeah.
them place there,
No, it's about the
bro.
money. It's about the money still and
Bro,
where the
bro.
money is.
All right, bro. Sometimes you have to back your talent. Sometimes you have to just probably do one season on a smaller payroll and just say, yo, listen, me I gonna make my talent speak for itself. Me I gonna prove myself on the football pitch. And so when that season is finished, there will be offers. You understand? Just like how I do the video early today and talk about Michael Seaton. So Michael Seaton got offers in Serie C, right? Serie C is a is a top league. So that's the third tier in Italy. And he chose to go to Serie D, where he will get six figures and on a multi-year contract. Where in Serie C, it was just a year and not something guaranteed for a second year and slightly lesser money. You understand? So sometimes players just and then again, Seaton is not really up for national selection or you know, at the age of Kaheim Dixon. He's around the 30 years, 29, 28, right there. So he's probably looking to secure in the bag right now. But again, look upon a player like Omar Hutchinson. Say, hey, listen, I'm not going to play for Jamaica. I'm going to play for England. I'm going to have a very good season in the Premier League. I'm going to do anything that it needs to take for me to get on that plane to play in that Euros for the U21 team and I'm going to perform.
Yeah.
And it speaks for himself that his hard work did pay off. Now he's going to Forest and he's going to play Europa League and he's going to back his talent this season and he's going to try and try and try, which is going to be a hell of a task, even more than climbing the Mount Everest, try to get in the England senior team. But he's just backing himself. So sometime, bro, it's not, you have to look on the difference of the money we are going to earn at a higher league or a better club than a lower team where want to pay more money. You have to look at it, bro. And you can't tell me that like a player like Cephas who have speed, him have a little bit of leg room where a coach can work with, him score 4 goals in a European games already, didn't brother? Remember that? A lot of people probably might not remember that. But Cephas scored almost 4 goals already for a club in North Macedonia in European ties. I think it was in the Champions League. You know, so playing for the national team and a very good Unity Cup. Bro, you gotta tell me, say, I rush alone, I come for you? Bro, that just, bro, me can't wrap me head around that, brother. Bro, me can't wrap me head around that, brother. Me can't wrap me head around that, brother. I rush that, and that's the best choice, brother. So, yeah, tell me, say, if a club where they close to Europe top 5 league, I go come here with a difference of a 10 grand difference in terms of annual salary. You can tell me, say, you can't bypass 10 grand and back your talent and go score some goals and make that 10 grand there be 100 grand. Now, this doesn't just speak for Cephas, you know, King. It speaks for like players in general. You understand? Players in general, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the offers them what they might get.
All right.
So we have to really
Benjamin,
speak with our
look at
agent and say.
look at the Gilkers. Look at Mason Greenwood. You know, them player, what if a money come for them player, but in them player want to play at this standard. But a Benjamin Sesko, him agent start to speak out that look, him have to cut theme money short so the deal can go through. You know what it is as an agent to get a player from Leipzig to Manchester United? How much players you can get on your book list after that?
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to put in the work. It's not just, remember, you know, and you king of the money, you know, are your talent of the money, you know, brother.
Yeah, but the connect's important as well, you know. So I don't know if
Bro.
all the agents are have the same connects. It don't look like that.
No, that is
And
important.
you
Connection is
can
important.
yeah, I can see from the patterns of where the players go to say, okay, these agents are this agent is connected in these places. So that's important as well, because I guess it's a millions of players out there, bro, millions. So really and truly, how you get your players in the mind or the eyes of a club is very interesting. You have to use some kind of connection to get them out there. So I don't know. I think about it all the time, but when I look at it, I think that it come back down to would
Yeah.
I all want to see our players them, especially in Europe, in mainland Europe, actually, where the eyes will be on them of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, that's not the case, bro. Sadly, we name Jamaica, and I don't know.
No.
Probably we need to probably we
Yeah,
need to
no,
have
bro.
more Jamaicans where I play at the highest level. I play Champions League. I play Premier League. So the whispers them need to come do good as well, because really and truly, somebody said to me the other day, say, King, you realize that we don't have no, we literally don't have a reggae boy in the EPL. It's Pinnock and Pinnock now about for now again again. Pinnock probably gonna need to find a club. So we're down to zero reggae boys in the EPL, bro. So it's kind of sad. It's just reality over there. And I think with the country doing better, especially going to World Cup, because remember, you know, a lot of players get by from just going to a World Cup alone. So going to World Cup are gonna be a positive. Constantly going to World Cup, the U17 World Cup again, where we're not playing in this year. Hopefully we can do the World Cup next year. So going into the World Cups, making Jamaica a bigger brand for players to want to come to, because we would have a Omar Hutchinson, I play Premier League, I play for Jamaica, but the brand Jamaica, for the players them own a brand, selecting Jamaica as a probably is not better for your brand than waiting for Team England to come for you, because when you're an English international, I just say go. You get me? I say so. When the team improve, I think the players them are gonna improve. You gonna see, go World Cup next year. You gonna see a lot more players that play in a Europe, in a Champions League, and them someday. In my opinion, so it goes hand in hand. That's how I look at it when time I think about it that way.
Bro, when me I look on a Warner Brown, I could play about Jamaican Premier League. That says something, bro. That says something like, bro, me no know, brother. Why is it that deal collapse with Partisan?
We'll never know. We'll never know.
You remember what happened why I missed the games in the JPL? Could be that. A very credible agent come out and said, hey, the club is on the verge of trying to get that player from Jamaica that scored 20 plus goals in Jamaican Premier League. And who is that? That must be Warner Brown, who's playing for the national team.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm already and look for Warner Brown. Him just have to go score 30 goals this season again, or 40 goals.
Which part?
Records them, win the league.
Part?
What do you mean by which part? It did for do. It did for do. It did for do, and he playing at the super team. And now Mount Pleasant, so him just go score him 30, 40 goals and say along with scoring 30 goals in a league, along with going to World Cup.
Right now, I'm not confident in that no striker. I'm not confident in that no striker right now playing a tapper. I'm not confident in that no striker right now playing a tapper.
Let's see.
Right now. No, I'm not confident in that no striker right now playing a tapper. Right now, if Warner Brown, I got under pressure, you know. Warner Brown, I got under pressure, you know, brother. Like, literally a whole lot of pressure, you know, we have to go fulfill, you. You see them people don't listen to Garden Parish? Wait till them only made it in that score. Yeah, me I tell you. So
I think he master the league, man. I think he know him way around this league and the defenders and honestly, we are really
and Garden and Mount Pleasant are two different clubs. Yeah, you know that.
we know.
Junglist.
We know, but again, he playing a better team as well. So chances are gonna increase with him supposed to get.
Yeah.
So it can be a positive thing, trust me. And again, I think he will be in and around the national team.
Yeah, I think. But hey, boy, you're passionate still. I try to take positive, but I want everyone move still.
I say it done gone already and it done happen already.
Yeah.
You know, isn't it? It would be ideal, not for me again. Me just like you, would I really want to see him move to Europe, but they're there already and they have to look upon it in a positive light again, and then just move forward. I think he should be, because if me I pick the team, if me I pick the squad for September, would Warner Brown be in your squad?
He might go hard to get back in that team. Me I tell you that.
So you would have him in your squad currently?
It got rough.
Me ask you a question.
For the September window?
In your squad
For the September window?
Yeah, like no, if you pick the squad, if you pick a squad today,
yeah.
Would you have Warner Brown in your team?
Yeah, I have him.
See,
probably have a continuity, and then did score some goals on international level. I have him.
Yeah, because the options. What are the options? Because based on options, you have Roman Burrell, that a one.
Yeah.
Because he's playing.
Yeah.
What else you have? You get the point. If you go for minutes playing and goals for one.
Kaheim Dixon.
You get me? I say we are talking about centre forward. If I bring 3 centre forward, we are bring. So really and truly, I have to go for continuity.
Yo, rough, you know. Rough. The next show we're gonna pick with 23-man squad.
Yeah, that is it. That is it. Yeah,
next show
we cannot come and win. We cannot come on the 24th and then the squad up pick the week. Yeah, that's the next show.
Yeah, we're
Even
gonna
if
we're
we
gonna we're
can't
gonna
pick the
we're gonna
teams.
pick we're gonna pick we squad next week Saturday. So let's see what happens. But Jano, brother, I want talent you to have whole heap of raw talent. You know, we can improve a lot. I just feel like with somebody that already exposed to European football, know what it takes to get over that bridge, you get over that hump. This summer was the summer that Warner Brown should have got Europe, brother. That should be the way, brother.
Yeah. That was my expectation, but it happened.
Yeah, bro, it happened.
I would just have to move forward with it because at the end of the day, this is what it is, and we can find positives from it. Him find himself in a national team by being the leading goal scorer in the
Can I
same
play?
league.
Can I play for you,
So
again? Nah,
we
stop
can
saying
do the same thing again and even carry it to a step further. Because in my opinion, the next level for even a Warner Brown playing in Mount Pleasant have to score 30 plus goal. How much goal bumpy? How much goal a bumpy record? How much goal a bumpy record? I'm
Ron
saying
Nelson.
I break it.
Boy, Ron Nelson probably close to 30, you know. So yeah, Dan, he used to play in Europe before. I think he used to play for two clubs in Slovenia, I think. Boy, that brother, the football player, them love down at them country, you know.
I tell you, I say the man of him connects. I say the man of him connects. Yeah, it's simple, It's simple, Dan. Nick. It's simple, Watch this. Yeah, my connect. You're the over this, right? Me
Yeah.
not connect no. Me not connect to Europe. Me not connect to a next man where they are Europe. So if me need to take out the phone and nick me a call around here,
Craig Butler said, I forgot Europe go wipe the floor and clean time it and eat tuna.
and everybody. You have to make your links them with Penny. Penny,
Yeah.
what like him
Penny
and
and them money, yeah.
Roma from Bayern Munich and them and everybody
And
like that.
yeah, everybody I got
Make your link
everybody
them.
I got carry
You
them.
have to, you have to know when me them from Tottenham, where Tottenham
Danny
you
Levy.
have
Danny
to
Levy.
know Danny Levy, you have to go make a link and know you have
No,
to
yeah, Johan Laporte and from Barca and the
know
Florentino. Hey,
Perez,
but let them meet Perez. Hey, you know, say
of
but
course.
this, hey, put fun and joke aside. But do some work around there still in a brother.
You know, you can't go around him. You can't go
No,
around him. You
yo,
can't go around him.
Butler do some work around here,
The man
brother.
have a picture them for sure. The man have a
Them have him
receipts.
picture it. No, brother, Butler do some real hard work, boy, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the man
And
getting
then
out.
I'm gonna say, Kaheim Dixon, them agent, are more prestigious because have probably more players now in Europe than a Craig Butler. No, brother, we both of them do, brother. Both of them set the pace, brother. Both of them can pick up them phone and call some top technical director and some coaches in Europe, brother. You understand? Because them man they spread them wings. Remember say down at Austria, Slovakia, in a Netherlands, dog a whole heap of place. Butler walk and chat, you know?
Belgium, yeah, Belgium a film place.
Bro,
Yeah,
man.
what? That
I that
interesting now because the next generation need for forward now. Again, you see him have that link there with Villa. He's
mm-hmm.
with Chelsea. So
Have the
the
link
next
now in
generation
Roma.
need for forward now.
But the one in Chelsea still is a good link with Joe Shield. That's a very good link.
Yeah.
But
So,
no, him have no we see. Hold on there. Did Fabrizio Romano say Bailey agents flow to Rome? Butler still at Jamaica?
no, me not see that, But then say Roman actually get
Bro.
information from from agents, right? So
Yeah, man. Yeah.
If Butler ever get a connection there with Fabrizio, I done it, I done yeah.
Watching that.
Done You see, if Butler you talk about connects, if Butler ever start reason with wait till later.
All right. So,
What Wait till end of the year. Remember Italy Fabrizio come from, Italy Fabrizio come from, Wait till later in the year, you see Craig Butler and Fabrizio take a picture.
So watching that.
Then
So let me see. Me I try to look for the thing where you must say the agent thing. Me I try to look for it. Try to look for I think at the early morning post where you make like you must say like successful whatever. with be a Fabrizio when you miss a post, brother, a whole heap of thing get posted. So I think it nah, see that part. Me try remember one fine. Oh, so Leon Bailey agents have in Italy to close the deal with AS Roma. Player decision is clear. So Iman say Leon Bailey agents. Remember saying no, but the company here and say as much as him responsible for making decisions as well for Leon in terms of contract and everything, but him have other people who take care of different parts of contracts as well for Bailey. So Fabrizio Romano say agents, right? So that's why me ask you know. Probably I forgot drive, go up a morning, go say if you say Butler.
No. See that. The man post say Rome is such a beautiful place. The man
Impose. Show me.
No, watch it just there. Look on it. Let me show you. They're on
Wait.
Instagram.
Instagram, brother.
Yeah,
So
Craig Butler Instagram
brother,
right now.
so that's time I tell you, so we have to rate Craig Butler boy as much as him have him flaws, brother.
Yeah, right on him Instagram right now, active. Man, there, him and Robina Garden, the man make sure bring Robina Garden with you. A 2-for-1 deal, the man I try
Yo, brother.
Man.
You see, brother, you have to rate Butler them boy, yeah, brother. You have to rate them man, there, brother. You then Fabrizio Romano say him agents. Cause me remember Butler say, and him alone control Bailey contract situation. Have other people who deal with certain parts of contract as well. You understand? So that's why the man saying agents, bro. So me I tell you, brother, what have to rate Craig Butler them boy, Craig Butler them a column. So man I talk about where CFAS agent have bought him not do what Butler do yet. I wanna see my clean a toilet yet. And I ain't that too.
No, I'm not underestimate him. I just need to get some different links still, cause like the fact say any agent really I get you them out there. When I do that like say, we don't want to lay down the man.
No, man.
Some good work to man.
Look at one time you know, say before Cohen it was Demarai Ralph. I sent him.
Yeah.
The farmer player. He used to play in Russia as well, you know. So I think Demarai used to have, you know, so you see when the Matax then did play for Jamaica, I think Demarai used to control a lot of the players. I think Demarai probably still control some of the players if him do still have the agency work and them thing there. He used to control, I think, Junior Flemings, a couple of them players there. You know, I think probably like, you know, probably Blakey them and Nana Low them. But you know, my boy, I know at the top man boy, you know, Mr. Cohen. But brother, as much as we say, Butler them this and Butler them that, them have them flaws, but Butler in a room. Which other agent boy a fly guy room?
And the man bring in see who that you see that? You
Yeah.
see the man have Robina guard by his side. I want to you. Man know say Robina, man have back Robina Garden talent and the man have Robina Garden did it. So not only about signing when I think about the future already and I think about the next. I think about the next possibilities.
It's a $5 million loan deal, so yeah, money.
Yeah, knock him for that man.
So Kevin Hart says CFA's agent is great, but I guess Butler is greater. He said, yeah, that's that. No, man, you have to give Butler credit. But people, you know, really appreciate everyone passing through, you know, the first show after late night kickoff. Looking forward to see you guys next week, Saturday, over Ballpree TV. You understand? Where we will be picking our squad. Yeah, where we're picking our 23-man squad for Bermuda and Trinidad and Tobago. So, King, respect this long overdue since May. That's so long.
Yeah, man, bro. You know, some thing my laptop overeat that I go on because I just freeze up the coil. So I try figure this thing out.
Yeah.
Because from what I do me this so. I get that. But yeah, people, this is the late night kickoff.
that say it's a $5 million loan deal, 20 million seller and class. Owen say for who?
Yeah, can the money go out with the man. The 18 money go out with
Owen say for who?
Yeah, man, them.
Yo. Yo, me love Jamaica. Yo, you know, say, me dep on a podcast. I watch a podcast, some YouTube, me know. There's some English, they talk about English League football, EPL. And say, like the man them just like the back end of the video, them just start freestyle and just gimmicks and the man them say, yo, one of them are yarding. Him have Jamaican background. And the man I say, yo, like, he might tell the next one, I say, yo, him don't know how the reggae boys YouTuber them do it, but we talk about reggae boy in a season and out a season.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
our niche, bro. And then
So the
what
man
I
King look like him computer frozen out like King there above the sea level. King, I was part of the Tisoto down Africa. Computer frozen, brother. But yeah, King computer like it leak out and sprocket. But people, really appreciate everybody afford over here. But the people must say, yo, them know how we do it. I say, yo, we talk about football, one international football, day in and day out, rain, sun or shine, out a season, in a season. Then they know how we do it. But I just our nation. You understand? People do make money from it. Um what I think try remember wait name. It's a youth where him cover like Burnley Football Club. One of them is a Barnsley, like in film channel name Barnsley and the Travel, I think something like that. But I think it was on Barnsley, something like that. Yeah, the youth channel name Barnsley and the Travel, but he was on the Burnley fan channel. But I don't remember. It's not Burnley fan channel, but it have a other name. They have to go back in on my YouTube and talk about it. Sarcasm TV. But Wagwan.
yeah, my Wi-Fi, I don't know, flow need to do better, but yeah,
Yeah, but the man has literally I say like in all the Jamaican content creator them do like in a season and out a season.
yeah, but what even more ironic as you bring up that is like big up to the legends them, 'cause you don't know the legends them inspire,
Yeah.
and you don't know man like Troops them a legend, but then when they say Troops them a do reggae boys content, cause what the ironic thing about all of this, is that most of the real legends them have some kind of Jamaican connection. And by the way, I say I met Charlene. Charlene, she name from
Yeah.
FTV.
Yeah.
Actually, what day I meet her in a New Kingston. I mean,
In
I
the
did there
corporate.
for a while. So most of them, if you look on the expression who's in them, real legend, Jamaican background, apparently a Pepe family. You look on Curtis, you look on Robbie, you look on Troops.
Yeah.
Most of
Most
them have some Jamaican connection, bro. It's so ironic. It's in some Jamaican family. And even when they see Troops do some Jamaican content, you see Troops I do watch along and it's crazy. Big up Ryan LFC, the man they are really legend. I'm say Ryan LFC I do greater numbers. I mean I say, how comes Ryan Fit really I do greater numbers than Troops? But just show you, bro, it's niche. It's a niche. Because
yeah.
Troops something niche are Arsenal. So I think it will just go and Troops them automatically fear the greater numbers than even our NLFC and but it's not the case, bro. It is what it is. This is what we do. This is our knowledge. And the reality is, bro, I think if them man are really smart the right way, them have to draw for some experts from here because really and truly we are the experts for this.
Yeah,
Them
we
have
are
to
the
do some
experts.
research and we are the experts about reggae boys football. So
Yeah.
if them really want to make the next them can help we as well and we can help them. So they have to look for it that way there and going into this World Cup. Because even me I watch Curtis Shaw, one of my favorite them expressions them. One of them I talk about Jamaica going to the World Cup and if them are the Jamaican content and I think it's very possible. But if them really tap into doing Jamaica content and really link
You
up with
know,
it,
you
link up,
know, we are
probably
all right.
happen.
Maybe us as reggae boys, content creators have to probably do a little bit more in terms of marketing, in terms of a little bit more of unity, and try to beat down the door a little bit more. Maybe we still have a little bit more groundwork to do in terms of a lot of us might not have the production. You understand? So when you look at TV at Sunrise, Smile Jamaica, the biggest radio programs do sports, I've never come across a famous reggae boy content creator that featured on of those shows to give their analysts on the national team. You understand? But when you look around here in the US, in Canada, it happened not as popular as US and UK, but it started to happen more even so often. You understand? In the UK as well, that you have YouTubers that are coming on, mainstream media in England, getting work at BBC, getting media work at Sky Sports, you name it. You understand? But
Yeah, but you hit the
I
nail
think
on the head, bro. You hit the nail on the head though, as
so,
it relates to
yeah,
upping the production.
yeah,
And then it's a one thing I use the time again for commend you on. So we see the production increase from the background, them journalists out the door.
yeah,
Morning inside that. See you guys in our background. Late, we see people are run past. This morning, we
yeah,
hear somebody run past. They say, good morning. And they say, morning. I'm here,
yeah,
like, good morning.
yeah,
I say, yo,
yeah,
that is it, bro. That's the next level. And that is, as I said, bro, you have been such an inspiration for me. So even me and you really connecting and doing that show, yeah, it just have be driving me and again for improving production. Some background there. Once upon
yeah,
a time, you don't know me I do my background. The background
yeah,
I improve
yeah,
camera quality. So we are improve the lighting. Eventually it fall because that really left fit. Bro, I just grow and constantly grow. See the
bro,
thumbnail, see everything I
yeah.
grow. Everything just fall together, bro. You see me?
So me just don't want like somebody take the risk there and start give YouTubers, locally and abroad, that opportunity, and then everybody all of a sudden start running. I take the national team to qualify for the World Cup. But I do feel that a lot of us who come on this YouTube platform and talk about the national team have a lot to give, input and output and the national team and those major platforms as well. I think many of us are knowledgeable about the players, but when you look at the old school journalists, then they don't know much about the players that's going on in their daily life, bro. You understand what I say, brother? Yeah,
Yeah,
they might have the experience and certainly know about how to break down the game because they have been in the game for 2 decades, some 3 decades as well. But their analysis is not far apart from a lot of us. So I guess it's the society of where the you're talking about the classism and the lower class in Jamaica. That is what kind of give us that fight. I think maybe they look at YouTubers as some little ghetto dirty football, just
And
run
the
up and
truth,
down
the
on
truth
YouTube.
is, bro, and I can speak for myself, I'm own this. Bro, once the production goes forward, because as I say, I see your production and something me I work on as well. Once we up the production, bro, with the knowledge you have, you put them together. I think people like associate with quality. People just brands everything,
Yeah,
investment, everybody like associate with quality. I just
yeah,
said so
yeah.
once the quality improves, then say your platform of a shot, forget that. Oh, that's the truth. You can't go around it. Not two ways about it. Even
But
myself.
feel like a man like Ryan who been doing YouTube and getting some of the highest numbers in our space at least deserve even an interview of his analyst and the game as well. Something that can happen remotely. You
Yeah,
understand?
and
You don't have to be in Jamaica.
facts. That should have been. You get me? I say if a style
Or
leading
even
me that
or
was the
even
have a
or
style.
even or even MG Sports.
MG
He's been
Ryan
he's been around the block for
MG
some time.
Ryan
yeah, that style them not have, and probably eventually they reach so where them realize, hold on there, them try to tap into the market. Yeah. But at MGR Ryan should have depend at CVM should I say, you know what, I talk about this right now. A Sportsmax that then there. But a one feature, a simple thing for feature Ryan I need for there for that can do over when you do over the internet.
You know,
That's
like
a
yeah.
simple feature, bro. I just style them not up. You get me? I say they don't
I
have that style yet, but I think it will happen, especially going into the World Cup. Yeah, it offer.
I so me have a little link at JIS. At JIS, right? So a Cargill so on half a
Yeah,
year or 58.
yeah. I think you're right. A Cargill, no Cargill JS, no
Right.
Cargill. Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah, right
Yeah,
at Chelsea, right at yeah, the Jerk Center is right at 58 where big car center there. So we know somebody over JIS who have very good connection and sometimes them do some local production as well in the newspaper as well. You know that them have them own thing with them do, you know, and me I say like, yo, what go on like it can, you know, a gig it might not have to be me, but you know, some people must say una do in a them space, brother. They are not really knowledgeable. I mean, I said that to the individual. Like, they are not really knowledgeable on what is really going on with the national team. They're just giving the basic, you know, from the top of my head. They're not going and go deep into the resource. You understand? Like you want to harvest the yam. They are not giving their insight on the national team properly, or
yeah,
even you know the local league, bro. So I just feel like sometimes when I see some people do some work where them are journalists as well. Yeah, they might have them degree and stuff like that, but when they you don't know who over here so who train and who go through the proper schooling as well. You understand, brother? You have your thing, you know. A man don't know where other different man have as well, brother. No man don't know what me do in my past. You understand? So I'm just feel,
yeah.
and you know the response I get, brother, it was a big turn off like a YouTuber, like they must like no brother, where you go with that? Like, bro, them man lily down with thing, yes, sir, brother. I mean I say like
It's inevitable, especially going into this World Cup, bro. I'm almost said inevitable. It is inevitable because when these people again, no, remember that there are vultures in a bro where them especially big companies, them are vultures, them just want no say, all right, I saw the money can make, all right, this is a money talk, bro. So when them say, okay, the money I gonna make, all right, we're gonna get a familiar face from the space,
yeah.
and the are running in, so the offers are come. Just
But
and believe me,
you
the
don't
offers
think
are
that
come.
if a company in Jamaica who do radio, their broadcasting company, start to have you know a YouTube platform, them start to have a famous face, someone that the reggae boys fans them used to or someone at local space used to who one of those YouTubers, at least one of them, talk about the national team, talk about the Jamaican Premier League. You don't think that page will make money?
I think you will make money, but again, them have to decide how much money they can make. A business, it will be a business decision.
And again, sponsors.
Yeah, it will be a business decision. So yeah, and I think the truth with all is enough people look at we're raw and we might talk about certain things where
Yeah.
rub certain people the wrong way and we don't associate with them people there
I will
because
might not go off a script.
yeah, no go off a script, resume, and you probably show you hear Dan them a beat JFF and you hear I'm watching bad
More,
preaching.
more, more,
These are
more,
saying that. So
more love. You'd have to see a youth like Dan sit right in between Never Bell and Simone one day upon small Jamaica.
yeah, it might happen. It might happen. You see, Dan got asked the coach a question there, so and it was the question of the year until now. So
But I just think they negate this. I mean, I think like them give the sports enough credit. I mean, I think we still have that. We have that mind thinking of, are thinking about the sports, bro. That nonsense. No, dog. We're not so passionate, but we're not so passionate about the sports like in a local media. Look, I'm gonna say local media, I move, mainstream media, gone like mainstream media in the diaspora in different countries, gone way ahead than what local media are doing right now. Bro, it's all about keeping up with your socials, brother. You understand? It's all about keeping up with your socials. If you now make the money, run a socials and make the money with sponsorship, and sponsorship do look at your numbers on social media as well. That look, if we're going to give you this X amount of money, there's a lot of people that 50K, 100K people going to see this post. So I think local media really I use up them social media platform enough. You see, maybe a few social media page I get used up, or should I get used up in the local space? I'm not gonna call a name, but it's not happening frequently.
Bring up Tycoon last message because it's a concern of mine, and I guess we're gonna hear that because I'm supposed to be attending the launch this Thursday coming, and it's gonna be interesting thing to see who's gonna hear the upcoming JPL season.
All right.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Is it this month? Is the Jamaican Premier League start?
Yeah, I think it's starting this month, but the launch is on Thursday.
All right, cool. These are the simple things. Like, how can you launch a Premier League first year team, a first year league in a country with a week away from kickoff? What kind of madness is that? Them thing there is some done smooth, brother. When Premier League fixtures them come out, King, month ago or a half. You understand, brother? When the Sky Sports, the BT Sports, or the BBC, the Talk Sports, all along know them are beat out the Premier League fixtures and the transfers.
I think there has been gradual improvement still now. So
yes,
but it not go as fast as it should for various reasons, but there have been gradual improvement.
Me not gonna be lenient like you, but them things here are simple, common sense. You cannot have a launch with a week or a week and a half before match day. How is that possible, bro? What kind of marketing strategy is that? Them are improve, but them not hit the right nail, brother. That's why I say it come back down again. And education alone around the world, brother. Some of the most creatives mind don't have that strong background in education. It's not just down to education, bro. It's a collective of everything.
Most
so you can't tell me, say, bro, up to today, we don't know. Oh, I gotta be the television broadcaster for the Jamaican Premier League coming up. This should have happened like a month ago. And I'm gonna say, yo, $2.99, $1.99 a week or a month. Then money I got broadcast a league.
Yeah, but it's kind of strange, bro. Cause again, when I analyze the finance of all of this, especially Sportsmax, really, digital really pulling the plug on Sportsmax and Loop and everything. It kind of looks strange in terms of the finances of all of this, and even what the station the name not the station where they have the EPL in a
one thing named C Sports something like that.
Jaja, somebody asked if we not take calls, but I'm watching the dead. Man, not even see this. Bless up. You know, so we have to include calls in it as well. So
I can, because if
somebody just asks, I can take calls.
We can put the link and then them are gonna be behind they only gonna hear them audio.
Oh, the link. Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah. Next still.
Yeah.
Next
but King, I have to do better than this, King. Well, you see, in a Jamaica, bro, leadership are one of the biggest problem, brother. And some of the biggest positions in a Jamaica. When you look at some of these fellas' background, educational background, bro, it's taller than the Mount Everest, bro. But there's no thinking and logic behind it, bro. Doing
Yeah,
it
but
the smart way. They're doing it the old school way, bro. So yeah, tell me, say, brother, we not beat out the Jamaican Premier League return of the date we're supposed to start pan Instagram, pan TikTok, pan Facebook, pan YouTube. Brother, yes, so it there, no king. A social media there, no, brother. Brother,
yeah,
I'm only really pick up the laptop yeah, when more on the certain things. But certain that I would more go on desktop view. But any little thing, I'm a phone to everything, brother. Whether you when they use a TikTok a lot down, you know say I'm mad, the people might get mad. So
facts, yeah, that.
if you build up your numbers on social media, there's a possibility that sponsors do look at these stuff, brother. And
Yeah,
big up to the Jamaican Football Federation. They've been knocking on that door recently as well with the new leadership as well. You know what I say? With
yeah,
876 stream where them contents I get better and better on social media. So I know every local media company I do them things. And that's why enough of them I got locked down or a cowboy bag grow in them office. Because them now do the right thing, brother. Them now make no money. Because them still stuck in them old ways, bro. And just think that I just a higher society of people alone can work in a certain positions.
yeah. It's a lot.
Brother,
It's a lot, bro.
some of them people they steal, bro. Some of them people they steal. They need young, fresh minds, bro. When you look on the Premier League content, them will push out on Sky Sports and stuff, bro. On them YouTube, as some young youth where build them name and the reputation around YouTube, and the youth them look up to them youth there. I mean, I just
Yeah,
start with YouTube because I have a lot of influencers as well that in a Jamaica do great job, bro. Them can be brand ambassador for somebody Instagram page that can help to enhance that page as well to make money, brother.
yeah,
So that's why, like, bro, I hears them thing I go on with the Jamaican football with the Jamaican Premier League, bro. I hears them thing I go on where a week, you hear say, all right, me hear say fixtures drop. I know me can't see the fixtures. Me say that team they play that team. Me can't hear nothing as well. When last match come on radio are all right. This is the next thing too. What about radio coverage on YouTube where you only see watch along where the commentator commentate games as well on YouTube for the Jamaican Premier League? Also different games as well. How much time we see Sportsmax only can stream double letters when the game are play at one venue? Brother, them think they are back to days thing. That's why them are locked down. Because them back in the days, brother. You understand? When you look on it, brother, a team supposed to can get a game over on it Waterhouse, brother. Right? On it Waterhouse. I play over Complex or Zeusland. Then you have a Mount Pleasant and a Mobile. I play a Catchinall or down in a Garden Parish. Would never get one of them games there, brother. Because them only can stream one at a time at the same venue. Bro, we need competition. You get what I say, brother? We need competition, brother. Brother, I remember one time when we go watch my Arnett Garden match at 5 o'clock, a match done by 7, is either me I get a Portmore and a Harborview game on KLS Sports, brother. On radio. Them things ain't happen again. So now the transition from this so should have come on radio, audio, pan YouTube. Cause that's the money they to, brother. So the transition now got the right way, brother. Them only a creep. Creep them a creep, brother. Just like the dirty politician them. Brother.
na cha aya na bona fire na night.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Next show we take some call, man. Next time we take some call. Next time.
You ready for go to bed?
Yeah, my watch it dead, so
Alright, cause King say ready for guy, man. But brother, them thing I need to stop, brother. Them thing I need to stop, brother. Where a week before we are here about launch, brother. Man, I no go out with them thing there, brother. That's why I can't wrong the youth them again if I say what Bush League we are support it. But me when the man say Bush League, cause I love Jamaican Premier League, brother, to my heart, brother. But me just have to just know say, yo, me just take that with a grain of salt and just say, I told you them attack a Bush League, brother. Who I go watch a game them couple weeks from now? Say I back to school now, brother. A long time in the league start in August, brother. Long time in the league start in August, brother. A time now for we can the team them fi have all them own TV, Arnett Garden TV, Mount Pleasant TV, and me see Mobi have one little platform where you can go up and watch them games. I think as some paid subscription thing. You understand, brother? So if we not help the club do them thing, help me, brother, the diaspora, brother, eager for Jamaican football, but because them not do the right thing. But eager for watching football, brother. When Mount Pleasant go down a complex, must the 2 Christmas ago and get them face kick off two of the 26th or the 27th. We couldn't see that match. And we say one of the biggest match played of the season. And we couldn't see that match. Why? We say Dan and Oliver them and they look up Macy Greenwood backbiter them gone on vacation. Lance them gone on vacation. Everybody gone on vacation. Oh, you tell if you go on vacation when match still play, brother? Then you're in a vacation out the league then? Brother, them thing that for stop, brother. Like the thing that it burn me, brother. That's why. You know what? You know what next thing to King Woman I like? Messi man, I got a Mount Pleasant game. I think I 2 times ever see it in a Chelsea jersey. Messi man I come on it yard match in a Arsenal jersey, in a Man U jersey. I mean, I say like, brother. Me hate see them thing there, brother. Me hate see it, brother. Me hate see it, brother.
bro, that can't stop. That
No,
can't.
brother, we have to support who want to King.
Yeah, but they have to remember say the factors that surround
But
that.
you see, because you look up backbite of them down there, not nothing, brother. Fail. Wash the youth them brain with the jersey and flood the market with the jersey to brother. Brother, we're supposed to can see brother, we're supposed to can go down a town and see Annette Garden, Mount Pleasant and Portmore jersey is a flash around a town. So everywhere you walk, you see Bandulu, whatever it is, brother. Or we can't see nobody at Bandulu, the Jamaican Premier League jersey, everything at Jamaica Bandulu too. You see Gucci, Louis Vuitton around this I sell. One Louis Vuitton, man, I say Louis Vuitton bill for 5 bill JMD. Do you think that real?
That come from China.
So all we can't see no Jamaica. Brother, the league for the far, but because the man them only are worry about the money pocket king. You think me afraid for that, brother?
Bro, the truth is, bro, the money part, the money. Everybody are talk about the money part, right? Because even the money aspect of it, can remember, you know, I don't know, but even Sports Max closing down, I would be surprised if it's the money not add up. Bro, you have to remember, say the.
Bro, watch you drop the link, me. Who me would I love for here, cause me see Danny J in the comment section, like, bro. I don't even know if it's too late for all them man to talk, but me I love for all them man.
Dead, so I don't even know who else can watch it dead. That beat me right now.
Bro, the thing.
Oh, you'd have a drop link in the comment section. Hold on, I put my phone on charger.
Right, the thing just burn me, brother. Oh, brother, all the man them in the league are in the football, are doing right thing, but still, brother, the man them still nah do the main things them, brother, for your hit. So we can get the money in the league, brother. Take money in that Jamaica. You watch all man watch all business report and anything, you hear much money some company are clap down at Jamaica. You wonder where the money are come from. And them company are locally invest from private owners. Take man country for some back country. Still Jamaica have a bag of money put on that. We need
At time now we've reached a level where we have two main broadcaster in our league. So I'm just drop the link in the comment. Yeah, I just drop the link in the comment section so you can click on that and your audio voice come through. So I think somebody did I say yo the link. So the link in the comment section where you can zone in and have your say. You see it, but I want to deal with some back of yard thing, brother. I mean I like them thing there, brother. Burn me sometime, brother. Man, them rub it in my face, yeah, Bush League. Me I sit down and watch a daytime. Big Bush League. A Bush League, yes? Because the administration them a Bush League. Because the educational background will speed them off Jamaica football administration should have far than this. Adapt. The example that me I try to show you. You understand? Dan. Up.
I pray.
I pray. They say a Bush League though.
Yeah, bro, everything at Jamaica back at time, bro.
Oh, if we have a league Dan where we main Premier League a 1 week or a week and a half before match day one we're gonna have lunch and we're gonna know what go on. Brother, I sure think that, brother.
Jersey are hard for buy and them thing. Nobody, bro, man, I know what go on.
Think that, brother. I sure think that, brother.
And the thing is, man, I think I just the broadcasting alone.
No, not just broadcast. Administration.
The feel them, bro, them need to spend money for the club, them, brother. Any money where them are,
yeah.
Any money where them are give the club them, build some new thing for the club them, build a new culture, start some street football. If you really want to build up the culture in Jamaica football thing,
scrimmage, yeah,
do some street football competition and go in some futsal competition all year round, bro. So, bro, you have no future Jamaica, not nothing. And them would love to play some local street football or some futsal ball game. So when I build a culture there, I have people that go watch and some local small community.
Yeah.
I just make the youth them make money, bro. Not just them just keep a look at one competition and make it so the youth them can see a way because they have couple sponsors as well.
Yeah.
The youth them are weird things with the sponsor them for them jersey. Them a go out in them community. Community, I gotta see the thing them to bro. Go in and look at community them, bro.
Yeah.
Cause the company them a make money in Jamaica, bro.
Brother.
The big corporate company them make money in Jamaica.
Brother.
But I don't know, bro. There's the organization and the thing them with the people them, bro.
It gotta take the right set of man them for pull the money from corporate. Cause corporate in a Jamaica, the society, remember say Jamaica society a different type of society, brother. So we not have that. We're not passionate about the football scene, brother. Like we're not the culture, they not like where you know say yo the man them gonna support football regardless of what happen, brother. So it's all about winning culture. So you see, like you see Chris Williams them and Owen in them Fowding and them take it away and previously I think before rest in peace Edward Siaga and them man there I think Andrew Price and he not the PFLG and them thing there. So the man them come and bring it to a next level because you have different people where people can trust and really see say the leadership can go the right direction. So who else going to add to that, brother? But I still feel like where kudos to what Owen Hill them do and Chris Williams and Co and everybody, bro. But I just feel like that is just the basic, bro. That is just the basic. I think much more can be done, brother. Much more. We're tired of too much. Jamaica full of too much promise, brother.
Bro, that's the thing, bro. Cause even a side like all on it, bro. On it have a big cult following in there. I think, as I say, build up, say the JPL now every year them say them are gonna spend the money upon a stadium.
Yeah.
And it would be one of the first club them would spend the money upon. And make it look new. So modern day thing, bro, it not have to be no big thing, but it does look different, bro. Pretty feel, everything, bro. Everything look up to date, modern in a way, bro.
Yeah.
Get the people them have a different eyesight on the thing, and the youth them I grow up, the young youth them we are 5, 6, 7, 8, bro. I come up, yeah, build back the football culture
Yeah.
in a community. Cause you have to use the hardcore community them, bro, and build back the thing. Cause
Yeah.
this is the ball game nice, bro. The on it,
Yeah.
water house. You have to look
So
on.
hold on, Dan. So the link there, like 3 comments above your Sean Chambers. So just click that link there and the audio will come to just like how Dan is on here at this moment. So just click that link there and just click audio and then the audio will come to and then more audio to it. So all right, Dan, pretty this like you just call a name on it card, right? That's my football club. Before this leadership, it was Patrick Roberts, Charlie Chaplin, Omar Davis, bro, some big man that, some politician and on it garden field there, bro. You get what I say, brother? Look on Boys Town, look on Tivoli Garden when Eddie was alive. Like he have done a lot for the community, but what is showing at this moment at Railroad Road about Tivoli Garden of the system our Eddie left? Bro,
Bro,
I just wait the Tivoli start play back game. Down at
bro,
Tivoli, brother. And look on the field.
back at time, bro. It just for sure some of the thing have to do with politics too, bro. Cause
All
the
about number.
government,
It's
eh?
all about them running a community and own a football club in a community so it can keep up them numbers when it come on to voting time. We have all the boy used to run not really I call him boy still, but the mister we used to run down a humble. I mean if him still down there again, Mike Henry. Bro, we have so many, bro, like so much money pass over under two check, two bank account for fixed fees and enough administration people them rob up the money and fix some of the field them, bro.
Bro, them mama tell you, bro. Cause you can't say you have the power of the people and make the people them draw out or here's a area leader for your people and bro and football is a bro back then 10 years back, bro.
Yeah.
15 years back. Football is nice at Jamaica, man. It really like
The Jamaican Premier League was real nice, I think
me
King.
don't know how the thing drop, bro. Cause the
Yeah,
community them dead with the people them. How much thousands of people on the stadium them now full. Wow, what really happen? I'm gonna
yeah.
think of war alone, bro.
Nah, cause war used
You
to
see
yeah,
me?
bro,
War usually worse back then.
war used to yeah, war used to worse back then, bro. When
You
war
see
go
me?
on, me still there jungle, brother. I watch Arnett Gardner, God
Bro,
Jules
but
same way, bro.
me and my cousin, which part me usually live, me and my cousin usually walk come down a jungle, come look girl, brother, or in war go on, bro. We go link girl down a jungle, brother. So,
Yeah.
why you? I don't know what go on.
Bro, it's ridiculous. Like we had so many politicians that own clubs in Jamaica, bro, where would available to some resources and to some bigger market, some private owners or something, bro. Like, and me not think the government, but mostly owned down to the clubs. Me not even think the club they might even try help themselves, but the government they even probably have put tools and tools. I try to help the football clubs them as well, the infrastructure. You understand?
Bro,
It just
I
it
mean, I
just
tell you, if them come out with the plan, bro, cause say example, we have a football culture all year round thing. The economy in a
yeah,
Jamaica
yeah,
would have booming, but the government just comfortable with the tourism money what them I get, bro.
yeah. All right, hold on, Dan. Somebody is there on there. Hold on there. Yo, get yourself off of mute, my boss.
Who that? JR8.
Change the number,
No,
JR.
G. Great
Oh,
grandmaster coach. Baba
GR8.
Tunde himself.
Oh, Baba Tunde.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man, I hear that, man.
Yeah, I come to okay.
Yeah, but I think
Wi-Fi sound shaky.
listen back on the platform, so I hear it myself.
No, everything plug out of just one device.
All right, got you. I'm silent. Got you.
Not depend.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, so greetings to all I and I sacred divine and grable nigga ancestors who make patcha mama. The people that most set the foundation so we can forward and exist now. And not to them ones there. Alright, Nicola, so we tune into the eye for your time, you know.
Yeah.
So we can say we appreciate the work we said I put in.
Blessings
And
to the most.
primarily we want to tell the I gratitude and thanks and honor for the effort they put out to make me get some information about one of my baller, KD, Kaheim Dixon.
Blessings.
Appreciate that, sir. Yeah, always going into the eye to get some really needed information. About Kaheim. So yes, all right. So subject matter now.
Yeah.
And when Baba turned the forward, you know, all the thing always different.
Yeah, man. Fire.
What would I say to the item? Even while the item are look out and I look through the window and I look around and I analyze the market. I want to share this with the item. Just a little perspective. This thing when your mainstream media is non-existent, you know. Time carry information way past them. So the stranglehold where them did have my information, them no longer have it. And the market where them did have, them no longer have it. Example in point, in the year between 2019 and 2020, the vamps, you have some, well, I call as Rastafari, some Illuminati and the vampire government, them instigate a thing from the people them called pandemic. No, anytime someone trusts you, whether this be a female or you pick them, and then them find out, say you tell them a lie, and you lie consistently. You see, anytime time reveals say a lie, you tell them, they will no longer have that trust in you. And so it found out now that the people them realize the pandemic was a massive lie. And that is one of the reasons we kill this so-called mainstream media. So time have it that way. People forward now and there's different platforms all over. Where I would have said to the item, don't look for no outer view panel so-called mainstream thing. So I call you link up with King.
Yeah.
King link up with the eye.
Yeah.
So wherever you find people who appreciate and welcome what you do, create a link with them and push it from this up. No look for nothing but no see that will no man. Cause remember you know, it's that the society where the item exists and I don't know if the item not penetrate. When somebody look on you now, them now look on the information we have put forward, you know. Them the fucker them start look now if you say no, okay, you now have no what them call it some PhD or you know no degree or you know no and them start use that now if you create what you call a classes is them.
Alright, Baba.
Not looking upon the work
Baba.
we have, the quality. Yeah.
Hold the point there, right? The start classes in more and bring in Sean and give Sean a couple minutes. I'm going to forward back to you. So Sean just join in.
Very well.
So I'm going to give Sean peace side. So Sean, couple minutes over to you.
Yeah. Good night, my youth. Wagwan, my youth. We are dealing with me, bro. You're good, though.
Yeah, man. Big up, Sean. What's your takes?
But
Which one I topic them you eat?
The one where we did that talk about how mainstream media go on these days, man. Them
Alright,
not
got you.
ready yet in my youth.
Got you.
You know what bun me, my youth. Me can't believe say them a shut down Sports Max to blow skull. Say something bun me, so till John no star. So how the hell people are gonna watch football and cricket and them something there and running and track and field and boy, I'm not
Yeah.
rough down my youth. Me
Yeah, I think it's
tell
going to
you
leave a
too.
it's going to
That's
go I think
that's why I'm not watch TV about that.
yeah, I think Sports Max leaving us going to leave
Yeah.
a big hole in the sports across in the Caribbean because I think Sports Max delivers some very interesting commentary in terms of even the track and field and even the football as well. They're getting better with the commentary. You know, improvements can be made, but it's going to leave a big gap to fill. What you think would have be the solution going forward with
Yeah.
sports in Jamaica with Sports Max leaving us? Yeah, yeah, Sean? Yeah, Sean, we have to move away from you a little bit, Sean, because you're not here, you know. So Baba talk about the classism. Yeah. So go through. Let me
Yes,
finish your
sir.
point.
Yeah. So these are some things where ones where existing in the market have to do some what I call some critical checks, some critical analysis. So yes, so that is it. If them about
Yeah.
if Ryan will not get no weapon no CV man on TV,
No man, I'm not
can
working,
remember
just like I'm not
you have
working, I just I don't really
no man, it's
like
an out of view. Same thing with
yeah,
you call interview. Ryan,
yeah.
that them want to bring that from Ryan because the first thing the people there remember that shitty society we exist in now, you know. The thing we call patois. Like how I talk now, in our native indigenous language, you have a section of the society out there will despise that. And if you can't speak this shit up broken English thing, you're looked down and push aside. These are things that I them cannot forget and should not forget. So I want to look now and say, Ryan come up with this thing here. Before most of the ones them come out, Ryan was one of the leading YouTubers nowhere. Step forward. Remember even oral trace, you know, put a sort of divide between YouTuber and so-called mainstream media.
Correct.
Yeah, if you listen how him put forward information and him look down on YouTubers. So I them know if you know if I have a YouTube channel, but we not come on here and seek validation from the boy and girl, man. We just do what we need for doing our live show. If we do, who like it. Who don't like it. And that's all right too.
Yeah.
So it's all about a purpose. When you're driven by a purpose, you just go out and do your purpose. It's not like you're creating on to kill off the innocent people or to destroy the race. You do what you need to do. So just keep doing that, man.
Yeah. Bless up to die for that gift.
And like I said, what I would suggest with the Premier League Virgin, I think you could have invite him on and get him perspective. You know, put some of them comments here, some of them perspective where I put out to him.
Yeah, I
Make
do
him
feel
explain
like
to the Jamaican with
it's
them.
just crazy. It's just crazy. I know we have a league.
What go on.
Yeah.
And then a suggestion to know maybe I'm king to the link up and we know have a little live from the launch on Thursday. I saw create and keep the thing going, you know.
King, you hear that?
That information. You must sleep?
Yeah, man, I hear what going, man. I hear what going.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
so
are
the
live.
link up and have a live.
Chris,
No brain, I don't know. No taxi on the brain, man.
That's a good
creativity.
idea.
You know, just link from the launch. Yeah, and make it happen.
Yeah. Dan.
I
Hold
mean,
on, Baba. Dan.
yeah,
But there, man, hold on.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Zoni.
Me a listen, man.
Alright, cool. You saying I'm officer add to what Baba say?
Oh, but why that talk about the patois thing and
I mean, the
why
whole
is it?
football, the direction of the football, not for really go like, you know.
No, the only reason, cause one thing that talk about the mainstream thing, you see, true as I say, the person them not knowledgeable and know about the thing. For remember, you have mostly like Ella watch TVJ and some of them channel there, you see me? So, I really that talk about like person with the knowledge, we can go on it and like really express our what them know about the football. We can get in depth about the thing. Wouldn't necessarily have to go mainstream. You get
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
But mainstream definitely still have a different as me say corporate people there as well where them see it on TVJ or CVM or one of them channel there. People you see it and say, okay, see him here, but you see me? But
Yeah.
once you build a thing, bro, every fan base on the YouTube, bro, and the thing a shot, you don't really need the mainstream. Mainstream are gonna need you.
Yeah.
You see me?
A very good point, yeah.
Yeah, when Dan done talk, we have a legend, we have a legendary Carleen, you know. When you hear me say the legend, you know who it is, you see me? Let's say, hold on, Dan, give me legend 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Legend, welcome to the show, Danny.
Yeah, blessings Garden State, man.
You know, me not talk about
Put it,
everything, but
put it
yeah,
more closer,
to
more closer
focus.
to the put it more
Yeah,
closer to the
yeah.
Yeah, it's that thing where I forgot about the money. You know, it's me not say a replacement for sports, man. In
Yeah.
a vision, oh, me alone. Me not say, you say a replacement?
No, you know.
No.
King. You can get Danny J the link, make him just click the audio part and come in.
No, him not go hold on there. Dan, did I hear phone low? Your phone never so low, man.
But you can give Danny J the link and him
Yeah,
audio come through better.
manager usually have issues clicking on the link, you know.
Oh,
They must say low tonight.
Right now, I forgot download stuff. No.
No,
No.
you don't download nothing, you
no.
know. You don't have
Alright,
to
so
download it.
King, sort out that with Danny J and EOM and give me a heads up when we
Yeah,
get
hold
in.
on. Talk again, manager. Come here,
Baba
right?
Tunde will soon come to you. Alright, so Peso, have your say, my friend, as a local man, article man
Oh
in the
God,
Jamaica League.
big up a man.
Yeah, yeah,
Listen, man. We see we there attack.
Hold
We
on.
can't blame JFF no no responsibility or PFH or club's responsibility
I mean, I
to,
send a link, you
to
know,
fix up them infrastructure,
see if it works.
fields, necessary sponsors over the years. A club to get them house in order. That don't have to do with JFF or PFH we run the league. A club responsibility to get them thing out. And seek sponsors. Get the necessary money, finances when they need to sort out themselves. If we want to get the league better over the years. Stop depend on handouts from PFAG and JFF. And that's how it work. If they want them product to get better, get themselves in a lot of finances, get other persons on board and fix them feel. Recently me I watch Portmore. I don't know if I Portmore own Freddie Nita Park. I think I church and they have a big old corner league. Right now, I see Portmore invest. I want drone, we see they have a try, get back them feel up to scratch recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
So me I say, the difference in Jamaica, we don't have enough fields, right? Teams, them we play upon them field, we play match day, them have to also train on it. That's a difference.
That's the difference.
Club
Yeah.
need to seek to find a surface where them can use to train and they just match day and just on the home field and them just play games then. As they
Probably
come on
that's
to the
Peso, probably that's why Arnett feel all up because them have Charlie where them can train pan.
exactly,
Yeah.
brother. That's a reason why. And it always look good What them feel like. With the broadcasting right, me have Owen said in discussion with some overseas person to carry the games in.
But Peso,
See?
as a man who love the local football, what you think about the launch for real important information to come out with
No, but
less than a
I
month
want to tell you,
away?
say, Ricardo, over the years, the league always launch 1 week before it start.
Me know
From
that.
ever since.
Me know that. But that's a madness though. That's madness.
Well, I don't know how them go about it, but that them always do. Always give a heads up. And for the longest while, I first visit the league will start in August. Normally in September.
Exactly. Yeah.
So one good plus car. I think tonight a lot of teams have played practice game car. Moby and Portmore play today. Moby beat them 1-0. A preseason
All right.
game.
So one more question to you. What do you think about the politician them where have majority stake owners in the club them like the Mike Kenny them used Umberland and the Omar Davis used to overhand it and all these big boys. What do you think about them of not leaving their blueprint on the club? Look at Tivoli, we just start to have home games. And with Eddie being such a strong hold down at TG for many years, and the club just looked like it's never fixed before.
Yeah, but remember I said Eddie, I driving force down this one. And the president MP long is like he's not interested in that football long now. He used to play for Tivoli back in the days.
And he was a player.
Yeah. But he's not interested in that football. So that's a difference. The lady when named Dan, I think she a president now. She's working on it with Asiaga. Down at Tivoli. I say a club like Tivoli need a lot of help. If you're a storied club like that, should I do better financially in terms of the infrastructure. Because years gone by, Tivoli Field, they want a better surface, then they have light. So all of a sudden, it just break down. So
That's a long time still, no person. That Tivoli Field fixed. That's a long time still.
Yeah, man, more than 10 years better.
Yeah, that's a long time. So
Yeah.
only work need to get
bro. And that's why my thing when me I say, bro.
Yeah.
That is why the whole committee or the whole organization to come together with the whole of the club them, bro, and the sponsors them. Oh, them are gonna build the thing and build the culture.
Dan, you still a get Dan.
You
the
know, you know me
JFF and the PFJ and for them responsibility to
bro,
get
I'm not
clubs.
talking about JFF, bro, G. And the JFF me I talk, bro.
Who
are on the league? Who won the league?
Listen, man, the clubs running, but that club responsible to get money and finance their clubs. They can't depend on handout.
Like you know, you know, process what me I say. You know, comprehend right. I say everybody for come together, the whole of the club them, even especially the top club them, bro. Come together, talk over the thing I got build, or we can get the culture back together and get people that come to the game them.
Dan, Jamaican fans in a football world are wagonists. Let me tell you that straight. If they not even want to pay, go a match, watch less. You talk about culture.
Well, that means that means it don't make no sense then. We should have talked about the football then.
So what is sense then? If the people them will support the clubs, they know want to pay, go a games them. What is sense in that?
Me I say better we just don't know the football and not talk about them.
No, you see, no. You through your support EPL like me, like Liverpool on my side, but you think football money, you try to compare English, a first world football man country to Jamaica. That will never happen, brother. Oh, you have to try. You have to try.
You know, compare no team.
Like it don't happen like that. It can't happen like that. And that will never happen like that.
All right, what's it up? Peso, give thanks for coming and give it takes. Close out, we just gonna make Baba and the next caller, close out. We're gonna have that conversation again, Peso. We're gonna pick up on the car. Jamaica Premier League gonna start soon, so it's going to be a long ever talking about the Jamaican Premier League. You understand? But they don't know. You analyst on the local game, always on point, spot on, a man that added, fun about the Jamaican Premier League, local sports, and
Because
it,
money is main thing, man. Finances are main thing.
it
That
dead
clubs
end up,
need to do that. Yeah.
it dead end up, but we
Yeah.
have to go find a way to get it, guy. Dead it. The
And
dead
them
end.
even market them clubs.
Yeah, man.
That are the main thing.
Yeah. All right. Respect.
Now I'm ask Baba something. Baba,
Baba,
CB gave back your money yet, sir.
Baba, you're man ask you a question, Baba.
Yes, I will go through all the questions, sir.
Baba, CB gave back your money yet.
Yeah. You call if you can hear me, never hear the question. So if you can cancel it.
So Peso asks if CB gave back your money yet.
CB chicken. And I bet you.
Yeah, that.
No.
Them say, Baba, you jerk chicken, Baba.
That's something, man.
Brother.
Say again.
Yo, Peso, now look a bit. Bless up yourself.
Yeah, my brother. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not hear my Baba?
Me I hear you now, me never hear the comment or the question.
Yeah, me no know where them a say somebody in a comment Peso a say if CB, me no know where them a talk about. CB, Travis said if CB
No, well,
give
that's again to you. Remember, say I have a next part of it. All right, so maybe it's a good reason why I'm never here, because certain thing and everything will really, like give you energy to.
Oh,
remember, say you
no
have a
was
next
away,
section of the society where you have a next section of the society where feel like them can ridicule or disrespect Rastafari. But that's okay. That's cool too. One of the things I always show my ball at them as a coach, when we show up at any venue for play, the spectator them forward for say we who in the stands, man. We don't pay attention to who in the stands, even if it's a million come out. We have to play how we train and cause we prepare.
Yeah. 30 seconds.
We're good, man.
Hello, good night.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. So
respect, Baba.
Come back, no man.
We're gonna catch you again, Baba. So Sean.
Yeah, man.
Your last say, cause we are close out. You have a minute.
Yeah. Say something burn me in my youth. Let me tell you something. You see me? That's why I'm gonna watch TV no more than say no. The only thing me that prefer watch on YouTube is sports, and the only thing me that prefer watch on TV is football and champs and them something like World Cup. Because let me tell you something. Only when World Cup and Olympics come on TV, at them time the people watch TV, no?
Yeah. Them time the viewership go.
Yeah. Some my youth, we once about a changing media landscape thing about the traditional media.
Around I say people them there, when they want the best and credible news in around I say they on YouTube, a whole heap of even the track and field, the football, look on even the local football now. We are about to launch. If you never have a man named Bam Sports, you know about Bam Sports on Instagram?
No man. But
so if you have Instagram account, just type in Bam BAM and sport, and you see channel come up page, and you get anything about Jamaican Premier League. So if we have a man like that going at the sports, willing to give him credible information and go all the way around one part to get the info, we don't know what would do in terms of transfer. You see it? So
true man. But let me tell you. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something before you go tonight. You see? Radio and TV to me, in my opinion, them something they get boring, man. Them something they not nice again. Radio and TV not nice again. Them something they get boring. Them something they are not like one time. A YouTube are going with themselves. YouTube is a bomb. A YouTube thing they know. YouTube is a big deal. You know, my youth, you know what they need to do? Move every single one of sporting competitions them over to YouTube instead of TV. Nobody watches TV anymore, and nobody listens to radio anymore.
Alright, big up.
Because the ratings for TV and radio is really, really low. And it's not a joking thing. Because
them a fight it. Them a fight the fight.
yeah. Because radio and TV to me, in my opinion, dead to me.
Yeah, man. Alright. So respect, catch us again next week on Ball Pre TV with the late night kickoff. So respect for your input and catch us again. Make sure you say subscribe to Ball Pre TV so you get the updates when is the next late night kickoff.
Yeah, man.
Alright, blessings. So I eat that, respect Baba Tunde. Come through. I eat that. We're gonna close out the show. Dan, respect. Everybody come through. Respect. Really appreciate
Yo, outside no me a cut out there now, bro.
Yeah, man. Respect. Ball Pre TV.
Ball pretty tomorrow. How she game a play tomorrow?
Arsenal dead tomorrow, man. They don't know. We are close out. Best upon yourself. Dan, I hear thing we are close it out with,
Outside.